this mountain, I look down and see a world I was once underneath. I stand on this mountain and I look down. My mind is more than it once knew. Then I knew. Then I knew. Then I knew. Then I knew. Now you're here. You're here. You're there. Now everywhere with me. If this is lost, then there's no place I'd rather be than found me see. Found me see. I climb down this mountain and I look around just to see that everyone used to be me. I climb down this mountain and I look around, my mind embracing more than the truth, than the truth, than the truth, than the truth, than the truth. Now you're here, you're here, you're there. Now everywhere with me. If this is lost, then there's no place I'd rather be. Found me sing. Found me sing. I once was blind, but now I see the beauty of the world before me. Now you're there. Now everywhere with me. If this is lost, then there's no place I'd rather be. Now you're here, you're there. Now everywhere with me. If this is lost, then there's no place I'd rather be than found me sing. Found me sing. Found me sing. Found me sing.
Hello, 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 everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Guys, caught me biting the dog's ear. She likes it. I just love it. Kimber, there was two of you back there. Did I get the right one? Is this the right Kimba? Is there a different Kimba? Am I being duped? Let me see. Do I need to put up a pain screen?
No, it's me.
Pain screen. No, it's her. Okay. Sweet.
I mean, if you want to put up if you're wanting to see my pain, you can put up the pain screen and I'll show you my pain or something. But you know, if
I'm flashing my wiener.
If you're hinting at me showing you my pain, I mean, I can show you my pain, but that's a different. Okay, that's a different stream for a different time.
Let me show you guys my wiener. Look at my wiener.
Doodle, do you have lights now?
Mickey in the house. Join my Monsters community. She's got all the links in there for the Twitters and the YouTubes. Big old hearts. Hit that like button. We got Chris in the house. He says he's familiar with this case. Very interesting fact. There's another one around the same time period. There was some copycats. We got Wisdom in the house. Arctic's in the house. Miss Marion Tate. Hello, everyone. Like, shared, and thank you for all you do for the families and giving us support and putting out our stories. And thank you all, Miss Marion Tate. It is my honor. There's Molly in the house. Miss Paula's in the house. I missed Arctic's premiere too. I had to go get the baby from school. Out replay crew. I even hit the notification and the like button and everything. I'm very familiar with it. I wonder if the cops will ever catch the culprit responsible. Hello, humans. Of course, they haven't really tried my opinion. I agree. We're going to learn tonight that the Axeman, he's kind of a shitty serial killer. He wasn't really good at being a killer part of the serial. So I thought it was interesting. I love these older cases because with the older cases, we can always circle back, especially when they're mysterious, macabre, and unexplained. Kind of like the abominable. Steven's in the house. I have friends in Florida too. You do. I'm your friend, and I'm in Florida.
I have friends in Florida too.
Are you my friend? You like my winner? I'm your friend.
Yeah, well, you be my friend.
She likes it when I bite her ears. She says the power's back on. Dandy said, show me yours and I'll show you mine. I remember playing that game. I thought your peen needed new batteries, Kimber. Rah, 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 rah. There's Drifty in the house. Butterfly Kisses is back to see us tonight. There's Dago. Thank you for coming in. There is CLK Creations and Designs. Making sure I don't miss anybody. This is a crazy case. Like this, I was like doing some research on it, and I found these guys that kind of do what we do. Wisdom says she has cousins in Florida, and they kind of like make light, you know what I mean? So it's not so heavy, and their corny ass jokes literally had me rolling. Literally having me roll. Yeah, dude. Yeah. So was anybody watching or into the American Horror Story series that they were running?
I never watched that.
Did you watch? Mm-mm. You never watched Woman.
I know. Just like, drag me out in the snow.
Just take her out in the snow. Look, Dago said he watched it. I love them. So if you watched all the series of the American Horror Story, there was a series about the Axeman. So some of this might sound familiar to you. Every day is an American Horror Story in my state. I feel that, Dandy, on a personal level. I'm pretty sure, or Doodle, I'm pretty sure here too. I had my wrong girl up there. If you haven't seen the short that I put out for all my Missouri people, apparently they got pounded. Took Missouri straight to Pound Town. Straight to Pound Town. It's going to put that out there if y'all needed a laugh. It's quite funny. Yeah, this was crazy, and I'm really enjoying doing these older crimes, because when you get into the newer stuff, then you end up down a rabbit hole, and then it's just you get tied in with the drama community and all those shenanigans, and I'm just not about that life. So I'm really enjoying doing this with you guys, and I figured we would take a look at this. And what the hell is that? That ain't even the right. I didn't put the wrong link in there. Oh, Lord.
Are we
Oh
already like?
Lord.
Are we already in the middle of a dumpster fire? Because I forgot the fire extinguisher tonight.
It's we've only got an amber so far. Hopefully we'll be able to pull it back.
All right, because I did forget to
Hopefully we'll
recharge
be able to
the.
pull it back. Just don't blow on the ember
I will
because
not
it's
blow on the
liable
ember.
to pull freaking fire. Look at Doodle. Look, I'm getting my girls screwed up tonight. Dandy said the weather report was awesome. I love those weather report parodies. Look up the Velisca act murders. Okay. Brutally's in the house. Did I miss Brutally? I did. Brutally is in the house. They are very interesting. I love the older, anything that's graphic, brutal, macabre, like that's Coven season. You know, and I was telling Craig tonight we have like a whole list of cases that we want to take a look at, and I thought about doing a poll. I might pull up a poll in a little while, and we'll see if you guys are interested in maybe doing some other active Amber Alert out of Florida.
Yeah, I didn't know if you caught that. I was gonna.
Hang on. Hold up. Wait a minute. That takes precedence over anything going on in a live. So give me just a second to pull that up, guys. I don't give a damn what we're talking about. That's a showstopper right there.
Hey everyone.
Showstopper.
I'm just doing a blanket hello, so.
Kimmin, you can do it. You can do it. Mikey's in the house. Craig is watching the baby. Dago says, "What's up, Craig?" He's watching the baby play the Fort of Nights. You have a short? That's even better. That's even better because I can go right to this of chords, and I can go up here to creators videos, and I can pull that short right out of. Damn diggity, look at that. Arctic is on top of that shot because my freaking computer's not going to load. So, no. Hang on, y'all. I keep forgetting that the audio doesn't work on that side. It's super frustrating. Super frustrating. Sometimes it'll work and then some nights it won't work. So it's super frustrating. All right, let's back this up. Put it over here where we see the whole screen. Shout out to ArcticFox. This is Amber Alert issued for a 12-year-old Aaliyah Conrad abducted from Pinellas Park, Florida. Oh, shit, Batman.
What is going on, guys? This is ArcticFox. Welcome back to the channel. We do have an active Amber Alert out of Florida for 12-year-old Aaliyah Conrad, who is missing out of Pinellas Park, Florida. Aaliyah is 5'3" tall and weighs 135 pounds with blonde hair and brown eyes. She is believed to be in the company of 38-year-old Kaysen Rodriguez. Kaysen is 5'6" tall and weighs 160 pounds with black hair and brown eyes. A Florida Amber Alert has been issued for the missing 12-year-old. Aaliyah was last seen in the area of the 7500 block of U.S. Highway 19 North in Pinellas Park, Florida on the 15th of February, 2025. She was last seen wearing a red shirt, black shorts, and black and white high-top sneakers. She may be carrying a black backpack. The child may be in the company, as I said, of Kaysen Rodriguez, who was last seen wearing a black American Eagle shirt, black pants, and a gray hat with a blue logo and a blue brim, also carrying a blue drawstring bag. Kaysen may have a full face, short-trimmed beard, a Japanese tribal tattoo on his left arm, and a dragon tattoo on his left shoulder. They may be in the Greensboro, North Carolina area. Now, this child has been missing since the 15th of February 2025. The Amber Alert was not issued till today. Why did it take 4 days for an Amber Alert to be issued when you've got a 12-year-old that's likely with a 38-year-old man? That is absolutely ridiculous to me, guys. We do need to get Aaliyah's face out there on social media. Do me a big favor. If you have information on Aaliyah or her whereabouts, contact the Pinellas Park Police Department at 727-369-7864. Share this out on your Facebook, your Twitter, your Instagram. We need to get her face out into the YouTube algorithm, and we need to bring her home safe. Y'all be kind to one another, and I'll see you soon in the next one, guys.
Thank you so much, Arctic Rockstar, as always. His link is in the chat. Nightbot dropped it. The mods dropped it. Make sure if you're not subbed up to Arctic, what are you doing with your life? He is a missing persons advocate machine. Doodle as well. I'm sure somebody has dropped her link. I think Drifty dropped Dago's link. Everybody's in the Nightbot. But Doodle is good about going through here and manually dropping links because she's anti-Nightbot. Again, thank you. She is anti-Nightbot. Chris, where did you send me flyers? I don't know where you sent me flyers to. I only have like 6 different places I get stuff, so I need like a quick synopsis. So where you sent me flyers to. My phone has been nonstop today, so.
Apparently mine was too. It was just in the floor and I didn't know it, Mom.
Yeah, you know, people worry about you. You just
I
go
know.
MIA for hours.
I know.
And I'm like, what the hell? Where'd she go?
I was scraping. I got off work early today because, and I was scraping and Mom was like blowing my phone up because, and my phone fell off the couch and I didn't hear it going on. So, yeah.
Which cat did I make, Molly? Was it this one? I think it was this one. I'm doing good, Steven. How are you doing, honey? Nope, that's the wrong cat. Shit, Molly. Which cat did I make you? Somebody drop Molly's link for me, please. I have to figure out which freaking cat I used. That's the Mob Cruise cat.
Dandy, I'm fixing to make me a cup of ginger tea and honey and lemon.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That'll clear you right up. Or some root beer candy and whiskey. No?
I don't like root beer.
That's the Mob Crew.
Arctic just dropped Mom.
Thank you, but I can't even keep up with my own damn who's got what emoji. Isn't that terrible? And here I thought I had them all out there. Or did I type out Molly? I typed out Molly, that's why, because I already had the Mob Crew under the black cat. Okay, so that makes, okay. Crisis averted. Crisis averted. All right, back to our creepy story here.
Thank you, Wisdom. I am, honey. Like I said, I took a half a day off. I worked the last 2 days, and all I could do was a half a day today. I had all I could take today. And Mom didn't get her.
Everybody's getting all this mess, man. I have not got it, and
Mom didn't get her afternoon phone call, and she didn't hear from me for like 2 or 3 hours. So I woke up to like 3 or 4 text messages. Where are you? Are you okay? But then my phone was in the floor, so I had to call her. Hello, are you okay?
Hello.
Thank you, Arctic. Oh, I'm warm. It was too hot in this house when I woke up.
Not used to
Yeah, there you go. I got it again. It's kind of like we're passing it around.
Okay. Now I feel better. It's messing me up. I like having everybody in the Nightbot because it's so much more convenient. And the cool thing about the Nightbot is like you see people go into chats. If that don't drop hurt, there it went. I was going to say I'm gonna fire his ass tonight. You know, you go into different chats and they have Nightbot set to where just your mods can control your Nightbot. But the beautiful thing about this channel is, like, say if Paula came in and Paula was like, "What's Arctic's channel?" All Paula has to do is trigger the command for Arctic's channel and it'll drop it. But it makes it easier on the mods, especially if you have a lot of people in chat, and that way they can, you know, join the chat. They can enjoy being here and not have to worry about going and grabbing links. But when you're handy dandy mods that have done it forever and ever, they have like Doodle Anti-Nightbot over here has all of her links on a posty. Ooh.
Doodle has her links on her pasty.
Kids are gross. We love kids, but they bring home toxins, man, from school, like school age kids. You almost want to like have one of those showers outside. You know what I'm talking about? Like where they put you in the shower and they spray you down.
Oh, yeah. You love your kid. You love your young ones, but little kids like from kindergarten to like 5th grade, they're like little petri dishes when they're in elementary school. It's like a little,
dude.
yeah, they're like little petri dishes. They're like germ catchers.
The girl's got to eat. Mom, bite your ears just a little bit. All right. Sorry, we got sidetracked. It happens pretty easily over here. Damn ADHD done kicked in. Whole show went dumpster fire. Look, y'all, Bella came to talk to us tonight. She never comes up here.
Hi, Bella. Hi, my Bella.
She's not a social dog.
See you bringing an animal, and then I'm totally off topic.
It just derails the whole stream. Damn it, woman.
Sorry.
All right. Can you all see that? So this is crime plus investigation. Thought this was a really interesting, dirty, skunk chicken turkey cake. About like some frog legs and buttermilk biscuits. All right. So this is the Axeman of New Orleans. On March 19th, 1919, New Orleans played music like it had never done before. All the dance clubs, bars were filled to capacity, and bands played jazz and parties in hundreds of houses across town. The city known as the birthplace of jazz didn't play music out of love that night, but out of fear. 3 days prior, on March 16th, the Times of I'm going to screw these names up ahead of time. The Picayune newspaper in New Orleans has published a letter by a serial killer known as the Axeman. He already had killed before, and he threatened to do so again on March 19th, 12:15 a.m. If the discovery at any household was playing jazz music at the time. When it comes to famous unsolved cases involving serial killers, the name of Jack the Ripper, the Zodiac Killer, jumped to mind. Few have ever heard of the Axeman of New Orleans. However, his vicious attacks left 6 people dead and 6 more severely injured. Like Jack, he wasn't afraid to taunt the police over a period of 18 months, from May of 1918 to October of 1919. He had the Big Easy wrapped in a state of fear. To this day, the murderer's identity is unknown, and his crime spree has stopped mysteriously as it started. The crimes. On the night of May 22nd, 1918, Italian grocery store owner Joseph Maggio and his wife Catherine were discovered lying in their bed in a pool of blood. Joseph's brother, who lived next door, were the ones who found the bodies. Joseph and Catherine had their throats cut with a razor blade whilst they slept. Their heads were bashed in with an axe. Catherine's throat was so deeply cut that it was almost severed from her shoulders. Miss Maggiato will sit up tonight just like Miss Tony. The killer had entered the property by chiseling a lower wood panel out of the back door. After the killing had taken place, the axe was left in the bathroom and the razor dispensed off in the neighbor's garden. No valuable items had been taken, eliminating burglary as a motive. There was a number of arrests, including one of the Maggio brothers, however, all were released due to lack of evidence. The only clue was a cryptic message written in chalk on the pavement, a short distance from the murder scene. The message read, "Miss Maggio will sit up tonight just like Miss Tony." The police theorized that the message referred to Miss Tony Chambera, who was one of number of grocers of Italian descent killed and attacked in 1911. In 1911 to 12, the majority of those victims had fallen foul of an axe-wielding man who entered their properties at night by knocking out a panel in the back door, and these earlier attacks were indeed connected. The Axeman had been applying his modus operandi for quite some time. A month after Maggiatos were killed, the Axeman supposedly struck again on the 27th of June. Baker John Zanka went in to deliver the grocery store owned by Louis Besmore, realizing something was just not quite right. Zanka went to the door at the rear of the store where he knew that Besmore and his wife Harlot were residing. Zanka discovered Besmore's covered in blood but still very much alive. Besmore had been attacked by the man wielding an axe, who'd again knocked out a panel in their back door and entered through their bedroom whilst they slept. The axe, which actually belonged to Lewis, was once again found in the bathroom when no valuables had been taken from the property. Suspects are rounded up again, including an employee of Lewis, but were all released due to lack of evidence. It is a bizarre set of events that followed the attack. It is discovered that Harriet was not Lewis's wife, but his mistress. Y'all, he was out there with his mistress and got his trying to get his willy wet and ended up with the Axeman. The media had a field day, and the frenzy that followed muddied the waters further for investigations. Now, surely not. Surely the media wouldn't muddy the waters. Y'all ever heard of such? Have y'all ever heard of such? ArcticFox did a video on this case. ArcticFox is amazing.
Does honey go bad?
I don't think so. I've never had honey go bad.
Okay, I was just steeping my tea and listening. I'm sorry.
The channel that brings you joy and peace and happiness. Well, Chris dropped Paula's link. All right. Could Jack the Ripper have been H.H. Holmes? Do you guys seen where H.H. Holmes, like, descendants or his kids, maybe even, I think it was his kids that came forward and, like, tried to pin it on him? 2 months later, Harriet died due to complications resulting from the injuries she had sustained in the attack. However, before she passed away, she pointed the finger of guilt towards Lewis, claiming that he was also a German spy. Investigators found it hard to believe that this was the case, since Lewis had suffered a fractured skull, something he would not have been able to done to himself. If he was guilty of attacking Harlot. 9 months, that's a hell of a name for a mistress. 9 months later, a jury felt the same way, and Lewis was found not guilty of the attack. The next Axeman attack came in August of that year. This time it was a pregnant woman named Miss Schneider. After a long day at work, her husband returned home to find his wife covered in blood. Her scalp had been cut open, and some of her teeth had been knocked out, but she was still alive. After a couple of days, Miss Schneider regained consciousness in the hospital and recounted seeing a dark figure looming after her nap. After she awoke from her nap, she remembered seeing the axe. Luckily, the trauma did not impact her baby, who she gave birth to a short while later. Could you imagine being the axe baby survivor? Dude, that'd be crazy. Bob's ancestors must have been in the press corps. It crystallizes, but it's still good. Our resident dandy has said it will get hard at the bottom. H.H. Holmes is a creepy person who's very scary. Yeah. Look at there. Dago coming in hot with all the axes. I would have to side eye the baby. If you watch American Horror Story, you'd be side eyeing them people because that one guy, he was a serial killer. He was a crazy serial killer. He was supposed to be not Gacy, but oh God, I know his name as well as I'm sitting here. I've done videos on him before. The guy that had the skin lamps and stuff. Oh, y'all know who I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about? I can't think of his damn name. Maybe it'll come to me. Shit. Anyway, the attack of Snyder represented a slight change in the Axeman's M.O. She was neither Italian nor grocer, therefore now it seemed as if anyone in the city could become a target. After another Axeman suspect was cut loose by the police, New Orleans started the fear that some kind of boogeyman was on the loose in their city. They had a bugooger. Ed Gein. Yes, Ed Gein. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
Don't forget about Jeffy.
Well, I wasn't talking about Jeffy Craig. I was talking about Ed Gein. There's a museum where you can go and see some of his work of like the chairs and Leatherface. Yeah, the chairs and like the lampshades and stuff that he created. Ed Gein, and there's another person who is like that artist. No, play around with them as children. Let's see. Where was I? ADHD, lost my spot. Italian grocer, therefore, there seemed to be anyone in the city who could become a target. After the Axeman suspect was cut loose by the police, New Orleans started to fear that some kind of boogeyman was loose in their city. It was a booger. Terrified residents now lived with the constant fear of the Axeman attack. 5 days after Snyder attack, the Axeman returned to his preferred target, attacking elderly Italian grocers in his sleep. Pauline and Mary Bruno awoke to the sound of commotion coming from the next room. The next door room, which was occupied by their uncle, Joseph Romano. Under entering, they saw Joseph had been struck on the head badly and was bleeding. The assailant fled the room. The woman described him as dark-skinned, heavy-set, and wearing a dark suit and a slouch hat. Just like the other attacks, the attacker had chiseled a panel out of the back door to gain entry, and no items of value had been stolen. 2 days later, Joseph died of his wounds. New Orleans went into a state of heightened panic, fueled by the media frenzy. Then erupted into a wake of the Romano killing. Newspapers began reporting that the armed men kept watch over their families while they slept. Terrified residents now lived in the constant fear of the Axeman attack, made worse by the fact that the police could not offer a solution as they identify the identity of the killer. A lot of things about this case made little or no sense. Why did the Axeman always leave the chisel he used to pull the wood out of the door panels? Why did he always rely on axes found in people's houses and never bringing his own? Although many people had been attacked were Italian grocers, some were not. Therefore, there was no connection to the victims. The Axeman would seemingly take a short hiatus from killing, which we see that. That's normal. Usually they take a cooling off period. We even saw that with Aileen the other night. It is weird that he used their own axe to do away with them. 7 months later, March the 10th of 1919, nothing about his MO had changed. The victims were family grocers, Cortamilias. The Axeman entered the house via his trademark chiseling out the back door panel. He used an axe taken from the victim's household and stole no valuables after the attack. This was perhaps the Axeman's worst attack yet. Rosie Cordemelia awoke to the sight of her husband, Charles, fighting off the Axeman. It was a fight who would lose, taking multiple blows to the head, suffering a fractured skull. The Axeman would then turn his attention to Rosie, who was also cradling her 2-year-old daughter in her arms. The Axeman came down on both, killing the child instantly and fracturing Rosie's skull. After he heard screams coming from the Cortemilla's household, fellow grocer Lorando Gerando rushed to his neighbor's property and alerted authorities. The Axeman would go on to describe himself as a demon from the hottest hell. Both Charles and Rosie's will make full recoveries, although Rosie's pointed the finger of guilt at the very man who came to their aid, Geronimo. Being a rival grocer, Rosie pinned the blame on Geronimo and his son Frank. The two men were charged with murder, found guilty. Frank was to hang, Geronimo was to serve life in prison. Charles immediately denied his wife's claims, and reports state he divorced her shortly afterwards. Nearly a year later, Rosie recanted her testimony, saying she gave it out of spite and jealousy. The two men were released in killing of the Cordemelia's baby daughter and went on the Axeman's tally. Ooh, I hope y'all enjoying this so far. Trying to make it fun with my reading. Like
Wisdom,
I would,
that's, oh, I'm sorry, Mom.
Go ahead.
Wisdom, the Tennessee Body Farm is an amazing, amazing place. It's an amazing place. Wisdom said she watched a documentary on the Tennessee Body Farm. I just saw that. That Tennessee Body Farm up there in Knoxville is an amazing place. I don't know why I just saw that.
I would love to go to Alcatraz, and then my second most wanted place in the world is the Body Farm. We have one here in Florida too, and I'm fine with either one, either the one here in Florida or the one up in Tennessee. I just really want to go to the Body Farm. I better get my Bible lessons. I'm innocent for this. And but y'all, lightning fitness strike in the chat. Innocent my earth. Mardi Gras is full of begoogers and boobies.
I got this tea. It's a peach ginger tea, but I've got it to the perfect blend of the tea, the honey, and the lemon, and it is phenomenal. I'm sipping the tea over here.
In Alcatraz.
Well, them ghosts in Alcatraz don't care if you take a picture.
I love the Body Farm. Me and Kimber were actually talking about doing a live on the Body Farm last night.
Mm-hmm.
Who's looking for a good recipe sauce? I need the farm to grow me a new body. Same, Art. Can I get one of those too? I want to put my order in.
Are you talking about the one in Knoxville, Doodle?
Doodle's been to the Body Farm. I'm so jealous.
I bet she's been to the one in Knoxville.
I want to go to the Body Farm. I really want to go.
I think that the original professor that started, I'm sure he's passed on by now, but I know it's still there.
Mm.
Oh, I don't know. Well, I could probably do that, Damien.
There's fresh frozen tuna until it starts in the freezer. See, that's what I'm interested in, Doodle. Like, I know it sounds weird for somebody to be like, I want to go to the Body Farm, but it would just, I really think it would help understand some of these cases where, we find these people months and months later, or, whatever time frame they're found later, and the different places that they're found, and the atmosphere and the bugs and, all the things. I really do.
The rates of decomp. Mom and I were discussing that last night on a case, and I won't say which case, but Mom and I were discussing that on a case last night, that one person wasn't and one person
In
was
100.
completely decomped, and we don't understand how that one person wasn't, one person was. So, you know,
In 100 years, that farm's going to be filled with silicone and Botox. Oh my God, Arctic, that's hilarious. I took a cadaver class for EMS, and it was probably nothing compared to the body farm. I really want to go to the body farm. Really want to go to the body farm. All right, so
did they
this
let
is
you
kind of a
tour
long
the
article.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Do they let you tour the body farm?
You can reach out to them, and because I have I'm not huge, but I have I did have a whole lot more, but I pissed off the Karen Reed community. I have a good following on Twitter, and then I'm growing slowly over here. So when you have a channel like this, and you show your face and you communicate with people, and you're considered a media personality. I hate that word, but that's what it's considered. I'm totally gonna try to play that card. And there's also a new I like mysteries and a lot of others. I do too. There's also a new thing where those of us that go like boots on the ground and like doodle searches and Arctic searches and I search and go boots on the ground, that there's a new, I haven't looked into it. That's the reason why I'm not promoting it yet, or I'd be dropping the link for y'all where you can go on and you can get a media pass. And that would not be the one printed off of bullshit Betty's printer. That's like a legitimate one.
Dandy, I have Dandy, I have implants from where I had breast cancer surgery. So I have implants. I have silicone implants, and I have 2 cards in my wallet. And the cards in my wallet have serial numbers on them that match
I was fixing to ask you. I was going to ask
that match the serial numbers on my implants. And so if I went missing, they could have if something happened and I were to say go back, I went missing and I were to go back to nature in the woods, those would not decompose. They could identify me by the serial numbers on my implants. I could be identified by those. Because I have actually seen a show where a woman was identified by the implants, but my implants do have a serial number on them. And I have 2 cards that I got from my plastic surgeon that they have the serial numbers on them for my implants.
That's awesome, because I was going to ask you if they had a serial number on.
They do.
Like
they do. And then when they had to change one out. So when they changed because I got an infection, so when they first put them in, so they changed one out. So when they changed that one out, the right one out, they gave me a new card for the new one. So yes, they can identify you by those.
Doodle says she wish her babies had serial numbers.
Total, you're so funny.
Good Lord. All right. So, let's see, where was I? Just shortly afterwards. Okay. Nearly a year later, Rosie recanted her testimony, saying she gave it out of spite and jealousy. The 2 men released or killing for her daughter. Okay, so we got through that part. All right. A few days later, at the Court of Millers, the Axeman decided to write to the Times-Picayune, and I'm probably saying that wrong, newspaper. The letter header said, "Hell." What the hell? It said hell, and it was addressed to esteemed mortal. The Axeman would go on to describe himself as a demon from the hottest hell who had a close relationship with the angel of death, and bragging that he could kill thousands more if he wanted to. He taunted the foolish police, declaring that he had never been caught, and he was not a human being. Dun, dun, dun. I need to clip a belt from The Croods. Dun, dun, dun. Now to be exact, 12:15 earthly time on Tuesday night, I'm going to pass over New Orleans. In an infinite mercy, I'm going to make a little proposition to you people, and here it is. I'm very fond of jazz music, and I swear by all the devils in the nether regions, every person shall be spared whose home has jazz band in full swing at the time I've just mentioned. If everyone has a jazz band going, well, then so much better for you people. One thing is certain, that some of your people who do not jazz in out on the specific Tuesday night, if there will be any, will get the axe. When the clock struck at 12:15 on March 19, the city of New Orleans was alive with noisy, and the people made sure to jazz it out. A local composer, Joseph Davila, even created a song for that night called The Mysterious Axeman Jazz. It would go on to become a huge hit, although it's very doubtful that every household that night blared out jazz music in the early hours. The Axeman was clearly satisfied when he heard not a single attack had occurred that night. In fact, the rest of spring and most of summer would pass before another axe was wielded in terror. In early August, the Axeman would resume his attacks with the same MO. Grocer Steve Boca was attacked whilst he slept. The Axeman cracking his head open with the usual weapon of choice. Nothing was stolen. The back door panel was once gone again and removed. Boca recovered, but could not remember any of the details of the attack. 1 month later, on September 3rd, teenager Sarah Lawman was attacked during the night and suffered severe head injuries as well as missing teeth. A bloody axe was left on her front lawn. Like Boca, Lawman would recover but not remember a thing. However, the attacker came in through a window, not through the back door of Lawman's house, leading some to believe that it was not the work of the Axeman, but perhaps a copycat. Then in October, the Axeman attacked again. That would be his final slaughter. Mike Pepitone, the grocer and father of 6, was the Axeman's chosen target. Mike's wife awoke to the sound of struggling come from the next door room where her husband resided. Blood spattered across the majority of the room. Mike lay in a pool of his own blood. He would shortly die from his injuries sustained to the head. Miss Papoon claimed to see 2 men fleeing from the scene. Apart from additional persons, everything else about the event and the crime seemed unchanged previous to the Axeman attacks. And just like that, it was all over. The Axeman was never seen or heard from again. Like the spirits he claimed to be, he simply vanished in thin air. The true identity of the killer would remain one of the greatest unsolved mysteries.
And Doodle said, and just
Suspects
like that, all lumberjacks were suspects. Hi, Lisa Joe. Lisa Joe.
I wave to you. And they donate dentures to some place that creeps me out. Wow, those things are too expensive to be donating. You should give those to your nearest closest loved one that you used to pop them out and scare with them. I'm just saying. Just putting it out there. Wish I could give half of mine away. Good Lord, y'all. Glad you're here, Kimber. We love Kimber. Lisa
Thank you,
Joe's
Dandy.
in the house. Who's got crabs? Good Lord, now there's crabs in the chat. Crab chat. I've made peace being built like a 10-year-old boy. Oh, my Lord. Quite creepy. I have extra things in me, but I don't think they have any numbers. Zatarans. I love Zatarans rice.
I do too. I like to make their daily rice.
Yeah, Kathy Reach is good too. That's author. Kitty Cats. Those for Molly, or are we just scared and just like that, all the lumberjacks were suspects? Look out, Paul Bunyan. Shh. Cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo. What the hell? The witches got him. I wonder if the Axeman was a rival grocer who made enemies. That's possible. It's very, very possible. Devils of the nether golems.
The nether regions, the crabs, devils of the nether regions.
Oh, nether regions. Good Lord, I can't even read, y'all. I wondered why I was itching. Lord, you know, Dago, I worked with this guy, and public service announcement, don't do this if you have crabs. But I worked with this guy, and like nobody told me that like he would take anything you said like literal. And it was in Rivergate, and you know these people. This was years ago, so I don't feel bad about telling the story. So we would all go to Wendy's there in Rivergate by Tennessee Speedsport for lunch every day. They'd give us discounts and stuff. It was like the normal place for all of us to run over and get lunch. And he started having extracurricular activities, crotch gritters, with the girl that worked at Wendy's, and we all tried to tell him that she'd made her way around the whole warehouse, and he wouldn't listen. He come to work one day. We're all sitting outside at the smoking table, and he's like, I think I got crabs from that girl at Wendy's. I said, you got crabs? He said, yeah, Christy, I'm pretty sure I got crabs from that girl at Wendy's. I said, we all told you to stay away from her, and you went over anyway, so. I said, but do you know how to get rid of them? He said, no, I don't know how to get rid of them. I said, I tell you how you get rid of them. I said, now listen real close to me. And I mean, he leaned in across the picnic table and was just listening to every word I said. I said, you got to shave one side, set the other side on fire, and stab them little bastards with an ice pick as they run across. Apparently, I was the only one that thought it was funny.
Oh my God.
Your boyfriend and Lisa Jo and her boyfriend dressed as Paul Bunyan and Babe for Halloween 5 years ago. That is freaking hilarious, and I need pictures of said event. Peggy, I will just try to wear.
It's a public service announcement. Do not listen to Mom on how to get rid of the crabs.
I thought it was funny. Apparently, I was the only person at the smoking table. And it sounds rather, you know, it sounds effective. I mean, you set one side on fire. Look at Daddy, do not set the bush on fire.
Gives a whole new meaning to the burning bush.
It does. It does. I can't believe I forgot all about that story till we got on crabs tonight. I would just tell them to buy a chicken. I bet a chicken would lick the coot. Oh, Lord. Could you imagine having a chicken in your drawers?
Absolutely not.
If any of you do that, please record it. I'm glad. I'm glad. Thank you for being here tonight. We have a lot of fun over here. Chicken peckers. Knock it off. I love you, Dandy. I'd rather have a chicken than a burning bush. And cluck, cluck, get it. Is Molly leaving us?
Is Molly leaving us?
I don't know. Chris told her good night. I hope she's not leaving us already. Dago said night, Molly. How did I miss Molly? I was never. Oh, night, y'all. Have a rest. Okay. Hope you're okay, man. Evening, Tomboy.
Hey, Tom.
You come in and the definitely workable way to get rid of the crabs, or were you here before then? Oh, God. All right. So the suspects, theory one, the Black Hand. Since the majority of the Axeman, y'all like how I just go back into that? Since the majority of the Axeman's attacks were on Italian-American grocers, it has led to some to believe that they were all victims of a form of a mafia called the Black Hand. I've actually heard of the Black Hand before. Black Hand crime was a name given to the extortion method to use in Italian neighborhoods at this time. Therefore, the murders could be light linked to unpaid extortion debts. However, the Axeman frequently left suspects alive, which many mafia experts believe that would not have been the case if it had been true Black Hand attacks. And I agree with that. They're not going to, if you've got 3 people, one of them kills them, the other 2 witnesses, those 2 witnesses are dead, there ain't nobody that's going to tell on you. Just saying.
That's one way to do it.
Just saying. In a
That's
similar
fine.
vein, many Sicilian immigrants to American at the time had a deep distrust for the authority, which led them to take disputes into their own hands, I cannot read tonight, and settle them in an old-fashioned way, otherwise known as a vendetta. The vendetta would be the reason behind a number of attacks. Theory 2, Joseph Mumfree. Mumfree is the only legitimate suspect to have ever been linked to the real identity of the Axeman. Mumfree led a blackmailing gang in New Orleans that targeted Italian Americans. In 1920, a year after the Axeman had struck his last victim, Mike Pepitone, Mumfree himself was shot dead by the widow of Pepitone in Los Angeles. Holy shit, Batman. They done traveled all the way to California with their fuckatry. Miss Pepitone claimed that Mumfree...
Sorry.
Welcome in. You're fine. I'm behind on the chat. I'm always behind on the chat. Just if you're new here,
I'm just helping out.
Chat.
I'm just helping because we just had somebody new come in. So I just thought I'd welcome them.
Thank you for being here. Appreciate you for being here. Mumfree had served time in prison. The dates apparently coincided between 1912 and 1918 when the Axeman's attack stopped. They resumed at the same time. Mumfree was a free man. He left New Orleans after killing Mike Pepitone, again explaining why the Axeman seemingly disappeared in 1919. However, recent research into the period has failed to find any evidence that the Axeman named Joseph Mumfree that isn't starting. Theory 3, copycat killers. Although the Axeman had very distinct MO, not all the killings followed it to the letter. Leading some of the Axemans was, in fact, several people who may or may not have been working in the community. Theory 4, ungodly demon. His ability to appear in people's houses in the middle of the night and just vanish easily. Have some believing the Axeman indeed was what he said in the letter. Though it existed in a realm, either fact or fantasy. Dun dun dun.
You're really into that noise, aren't you?
So
you're really
I like
super
my
into
sound
that noise.
effects.
I know, I love it.
Sound effects.
You're a little you're a little swamp soundy. You're swamp signal.
Am I a little swamp soundy?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Oh, I don't even have an avatar. I love it. Craig's messing with the TV.
That's what I was going to ask you. Craig turned
You
the
always
TV
be
on.
meddling with something. You been messing with the damn? Am I still swampy?
Nope, you're good.
Okay. Could the chicken eat the brush critters?
What?
The dinosaur. He said, what came first, chicken or the egg? The dinosaur did. She's probably going to burn the bush and grab the fork. Oh my God. That's freaking hilarious. Doodle says, record it. Record it, Molly. The Black Hand. Dun, dun, dun. As long as the Black Hand ain't in chicken pecker pants. Oh my Lord. Pixie Starks. Hey, honey, welcome in. I haven't seen you in a while. Thank you so much for being here. Caught Alive. Good evening, mods and chat. Thank you. It's good to see you. Pixie's an OG to the channel. Thank you so much. It's probably me buffering because he starts meddling with the damn TV. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything here. Absolutely. I'm auto-tuning. Do, 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 do. I know. That's what I said. I need a clip of that. I need a clip of Belt You know what I'm talking about? Belt on the crudes. Dun dun dun. Oh, I need Mr. Roberto. That was Dago. No, he was on Dago's this morning, brutally honest. Yeah, Brian was over there. 10. Hello and thanks to everyone. Miss Peggy in the house. Miss Peggy, did you figure out Bethany's email last night? If you didn't, let me know, honey, and I'll put it in the chat for you. I know we're not talking about Vladik tonight, but I reminded myself not to forget to remember to ask you. Just in case y'all got all that. I changed my light too. Do I look okay? I don't look like I'm
No, you
funny
look great.
looking or too shiny. I looked really shiny. Like I was like, oh, that's horrible because I usually wear my hat.
No, you
But
have
I
more
thought
of a
for
matte.
the Axeman.
You have more of a matte finish to you now.
I'll have a matte finish. Well, thanks,
Yes,
ma'am.
you have a matte. You have a matte finish to you now. Okay,
Well, I figured we'd do the down hair for the Axeman.
Yeah, I don't. That calmed my cough. It feels like it calmed my cough. I mean, it's not a miracle, miracle tea, but it did calm my cough. I can say that.
Well, that's good. Pixie, you don't ever have to hide over here, my love. You're always welcome in this chat. You know that. Thank you so much for being here. I always love seeing my OGs pop in chat. And I am one of these creators that without you guys I wouldn't be here, and that's why you guys mean so much to me. And don't ever think I'll forget who you are, because I won't forget who you are. If you've been in this chat one time, I'm gonna remember you. Thank you, Dago. I'm gonna remember you. I'm gonna remember you. I won't forget you. No doubt I was in a good mood most of the day. He's kind of been in a weird mood the last few days. Thank you so much, Chris. My voice is sounding better, Kimba.
Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, it helped. I mean, I don't think it's gonna I'm gonna be ready to run a race tomorrow, but I'll drink some more tomorrow I'll drink anything if it's gonna calm this cough, because I'm tired of coughing. At this point, I drink gasoline if it's gonna calm the cough. I would not really drink gasoline, and I do not recommend gasoline for a cough. Okay. Just saying.
Thank you. They'd be blaming me for drinking gasoline and trying to take care of their own crabs. I heard it on Mom's channel.
Yeah, so
it was one of them. They sound about the same.
One of them said
they sound about the same. I know it was one of
them. I know it was one of them.
I heard them. I heard them say it. I synced it over there. Okay, y'all, we're gonna try this on the big screen.
Dandy, I put 4 spoons of honey in this, so I shouldn't cough all night.
Okay, we're gonna try this on the big screen. If y'all don't have audio, let me know and I'll move it over here. All right, a couple of seconds of it play.
What is going on, guys? This is ArcticFox. Welcome back to the channel. With it being...
Can y'all hear that?
Yes, ma'am.
Freaking sweet little crumbs of crackers. All right. So shout out to ArcticFox. This is Arctic's video on the Axeman of New Orleans. So anytime we have a video from one of our own, our family, I want to make sure to include that. And he dropped us in the Discord when I was setting up my video links for tonight's live. So shout out to Arctic. I know he's probably got 999,000 things going on, so he may still be in the bushes. Oh, look, there he is. That he is. There's Arctic. Kathy Tolan, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being here. I'm going to drop his link again just in case somebody's not subbed up to him. Again, what are you doing with your life? All right, guys, here we go.
What is going on, guys? This is ArcticFox. Welcome back to the channel. With it being Halloween, I did want to bring another ages-old case to light for you guys today. Today, we are talking about yet another axe murder that took place over 100 years ago. We're going to be discussing the Axeman of New Orleans. And this one is yet another crazy case, guys. So let's dive right into it and discuss the Axeman of New Orleans. So the story takes place in 1918, across an entire year into October of 1919 in the city of New Orleans. From May of 1918 to October of 1919, the city of New Orleans was in a frenzied panic over a serial killer that was dubbed the Axeman. The first to get the wrath of this Axeman was an Italian grocer named Joseph Maggio and his wife Catherine on the 23rd of May, 1918. As they lay sleeping in their apartment above the grocery store, the killer cut the couple's throats with a straight razor before bashing their heads with an axe. When law enforcement began to investigate, they found bloody clothes of the murderer, as he had obviously changed into a clean set of clothes before fleeing the scene. And of course, guys, this is before the days of any type of DNA, even fingerprinting technology was not anywhere near what it is today. Police ruled out robbery as a motivation for the attacks, as the intruder did not steal any money and he left the valuables in plain sight. Near the couple's home, a message written in chalk would be found, and it read, "Mrs. Joseph Maggio will sit up tonight. Just write Mrs. Tony." Investigators immediately questioned several people, but all were released due to a lack of evidence. A little more than a month later, another couple was attacked in the early morning hours of June the 27th, 1918. Louis Bessemer, a grocer, and his mistress, Harriet Lowe, lived in quarters at the back of the store. When no one opened the store in the morning, they were discovered lying in a pool of blood. Bessemer had been struck with an axe above his right temple, and Lowe was hacked over the left ear. Though badly injured, both were still alive. Once again, people were questioned, and one man was arrested, but they were later released. Though the crime made newspapers, a bigger note to some was the scandal of the mistress. After the attack, one side of Lowe's face was partially paralyzed, and on August the 5th, she had surgery performed in an effort to correct it. 2 days later, she would unfortunately pass away, but before she passed, she did tell authorities that she suspected it was Louis Bessemer who had attacked her. Bessemer was then charged with murder and served 9 months in prison before being acquitted on the 1st of May, 1919, after a 10-minute jury deliberation. On the 5th of August, a third similar attack was made on Mrs. Edward Schneider, who was 8 months pregnant at the time. The 28-year-old woman laid in bed, and she awoke to see a dark figure standing over her, and she was bashed in the face repeatedly. Shortly after midnight, she was discovered by her husband, who was just returning from work. Her scalp had been cut open and her face was completely covered in blood, but she, again, survived the attack to give birth to a healthy baby girl 2 days later. One man was arrested on suspicion, but soon released for lack of evidence. By this time, investigators began publicly speculating that the attack was related to the previous incidents, including Bessemer and Maggio. Just 5 days later, yet another grocer, a man named Joseph Romano, was attacked on August the 10th. The elderly grocer lived with his two nieces, who awoke to the sound of a commotion in the adjoining room where their uncle resided. The girls entered Romano's room to find that he had taken a serious blow to the head and saw the assailant was fleeing. The grocer, though seriously injured, was able to walk to the ambulance once it arrived, but he died 2 days later due to severe head trauma. The girls were able to provide a brief description of the killer, a dark-skinned, heavy-set man who wore a suit and slouched hat. There were other clues that came to light, and these clues of the crime were similar to the previous ones, such as the scenes were often ransacked, but nothing ever stolen. The killer used the owner's hatchets and blades, that panels of the doors or windows were chiseled away to gain entry, and that the majority of the victims were Italian. Yet, another in a series of murders and assaults by the Axeman created sweeping fear in the city of New Orleans. Police were bombarded with reports from citizens who claimed to have seen an Axeman lurking in the neighborhoods. Axes, chisels found in backyards, and doors and windows that appeared to have been tampered with. People began to carry loaded shotguns, and family members took turns watching over their families at night. One report alleged that the Axeman was masquerading as a woman, and another that he had been seen leaping over a back fence. The people were afraid. They were determined to protect themselves. It bordered on panic, guys, as you can well imagine, but perhaps the heat generated by that terror was somehow transferred to the Axeman as the killings and assaults all seemed to stop as quickly as they had started. Over the months, fear waned and neighborhoods returned to normal until the 10th of March, 1919, when the Axeman struck again. Charles Cortamiglia was an immigrant and grocer who lived with his wife Rosie and 2-year-old daughter Mary in the town of Gretna, just across the Mississippi River from New Orleans. When screams came from the Cortamiglia residence in the early morning hours, neighboring grocer Orlando Giordano rushed across the street to investigate. It was there that he found that the three had been attacked. Rosie had awakened to find her husband struggling with a large man wielding an axe. When her husband fell to the floor, the assailant turned on her as she held her daughter and begged for their lives. Undaunted, the killer slammed the axe down on both mother and daughter. When the neighbor arrived, Charles lay in a pool of blood on the floor as Rosie stood in the doorway with a serious head wound, clutching her deceased daughter. The couple was rushed to the hospital where both were treated for skull fractures. Charles was released 2 days later while his wife remained in the care of doctors. Upon gaining full consciousness, Rosie stated that the attack was made by neighboring grocer Orlando Giordano and his 18-year-old son Frank. Though Orlando, and a 69-year-old man, was in too poor of health to have committed the crimes, and Frank Giordano was too big to have fit through the panel in the back door. The pair would be arrested, though, and though Charles Cortamiglia denied his wife's claims, the Giordanos were charged with the murders and would later be found guilty. Frank was sentenced to hang and his father to life in prison. After the trial, Charles divorced his wife, and about a year later, Rosie Cortamiglia reversed her claim, stating that she had falsely accused the two out of jealousy and spite. Her claim was the only evidence against the Giordanos, and they were released from jail shortly thereafter. Following the Cortamiglia murders, New Orleans was again filled, as you can imagine, with terror and panic, and they began to arm themselves. The police stated that they believed all of the crimes had to have been committed by the same man, a bloodthirsty maniac filled with a passion for human slaughter. Then a new twist came upon the scene when a local newspaper received a taunting letter on the 14th of March, 1919, that read, "Esteemed mortal, they have never caught me, and they never will. They have never seen me, for I am invisible, even as the ether surrounding your earth. I am not a human being, but a spirit and a demon from the hottest hell. I am what you Orleans and your foolish police call the Axeman. When I see fit, I shall come again and claim other victims. I alone know whom they shall be. I shall leave no clue except my bloody axe besmeared with blood and brains of he whom I have sent below to keep me company. If you wish, you may tell the police to be careful not to rile me. Of course, I am a reasonable spirit. I take no offense at the way they have conducted their investigations in the past. In fact, they have been so utterly stupid as to not only amuse me, but his satanic majesty Francis Joseph, etc. Let them not discover what I am, for it was better that they were never born than to incur the wrath of the Axeman. I don't think there is any need for such a warning, for I feel sure the police will always dodge me, as they have in the past. They are wise and know how to keep away from all harm. Undoubtedly, you Orleans think of me as the most horrible murderer, which I am, but I could be much worse if I wanted to. If I wished, I could pay a visit to your city every night. At will, I could slay thousands of your best citizens, for I am in close relationship with the angel of death. Now, to be exact, at 12:15 earthly time on next Thursday night, the 19th of March, 1919, I'm going to pass over New Orleans in my infinite mercy. I am going to make a little proposition to you people, and here it is. I am very fond of jazz music, and I swear by all the devils in the nether regions that every person shall be spared in whose home a jazz band is in full swing at the time I have just mentioned. If everyone has a jazz band going, well, then so much the better for you people. One thing is certain, and that is some of you people who do not jazz it on Tuesday night will get the axe. Well, I am cold and crave the warmth of my native Tartarus, and it is about time I leave your earthly home. I will cease my disclosure, hoping that thou wilt publish it, and that it may go well with thee. I have been, am, and will be the worst spirit that ever existed, either in fact or realm or fancy, the Axeman. Per the killer's statement that no one listening to jazz on the 19th of March would get the axe, the music flowed from homes across much of the city. Dance halls were filled to capacity, and professional and amateur bands played jazz at parties at hundreds of houses around town, and no one was killed. For several weeks, all was quiet, but people still lived in fear. On the 10th of August, 1919, another grocer named Steve Boca was attacked in his bedroom as he slept. Boca awoke during the night to find a dark figure looming over his bed. Suffering from a blow from an axe, he survived, and upon regaining consciousness, he ran to the home of his neighbor, Frank Genusa, where he lost consciousness and collapsed. He was then treated for his injuries, but was unable to remember the details of the attack. Like others who the Axeman had assailed, nothing was taken from his home, and a panel on the back door of the home had been chiseled away. On the 2nd of September, a local druggist named William Carson escaped the lethal Axeman when he fired several shots at an intruder who had broken into his home. The killer left a broken door and an axe behind. On the 3rd of September, 1919, a young girl named Sarah Lawman was attacked with an axe while she slept in her locked and shuttered home. When neighbors came to check on the young woman who had lived alone, they discovered her lying unconscious on her bed, suffering from severe head injury and missing several teeth. Though she suffered from a brain concussion, she recovered. A bloody axe was discovered on the front lawn of the building. Once again, New Orleans was in a state of hysteria, but nothing more would be heard from the Axeman for nearly 2 months. The last attack came on the 27th of October, 1919, when grocer Mike Pepitone was slain. That night, his wife heard a noise and arrived at the door of the bedroom just as a large axe-wielding man was fleeing the scene. Pepitone had been struck in the head and was covered in his own blood. His murderer left his wife and 6 children behind. Mrs. Pepitone, the mother of 6 children, was unable to describe any characteristics of the killer. The usual clues had been left behind, and the authorities continued to work on the case, but it would be in vain. Pepitone's murder was the last known of the Axeman killer, and he's never been seen or heard from in New Orleans again. And obviously, this is one of those cases that dates back so far that any of the suspects would be deceased at this point, in my opinion. So, again, it's just one of those mysteries that is befitting of this season of Halloween that we are currently in. Sad that several people did time in jail that weren't responsible for the crime. One almost got hung, which just goes to show how wrongful convictions can happen, especially in a case like this before the days of any real forensics. So that is the case of the New Orleans Axeman. As always, guys, I thank you all for tuning in and watching. Share this out to your social media, and I will see you real soon in the next video.
And that was our very own ArcticFox, who always does an amazing job. And Molly is a rock star. So because of Molly, we're going to play this after Arctic's video, which was freaking phenomenal. Are y'all ready for it?
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh,
Yes!
he got it.
Dun, dun,
See?
dun.
She got it.
Yes!
She has no business with that button. I'm just gonna say this
Oh,
now.
that is our button. That's my go-to button now.
Thank
Gonna
you,
be our go-to
Molly.
button.
Isn't that special?
Ah, 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 ah. Ah, I love it. Okay, so this is the commands. If you click on that link, you won't be able to adjust anything in the Nightbot, but this is the list of commands. If you guys want to save that link, bookmark it, save it, keep it for your own. That shows all of the things that are in Nightbot. And if I'm missing somebody, please don't hesitate to reach out to me and say, hey, I have a channel too, or I have a website, or I have something that I think that should be in Nightbot that's a good resource, and I'll add it to Nightbot. Freaking phenomenal job.
I have a pit bull.
You have a pit boo. I have a winner. I have my
I have a
winners
pit
back.
bull. I saw a coffee cup you knew the other day.
Did you see
It's
my
a-
coffee cup? Foot?
I saw a coffee cup you needed.
I
Said
need it.
Bigfoot. Yes, it said Bigfoot stole my wiener, and it's got Bigfoot running around with a but it's a hot dog. He's got a hot dog. It said Bigfoot stole my wiener.
Oh, I need it. I need it in my life.
I know you do. You just might get it in your life if you're a good girl.
Oh, that'll be hard. Arctic,
I
your
know.
head should swell big enough you can't get through the door because you're freaking amazing.
Yes, he broke
Oh, my
YouTube.
Lord.
He broke YouTube yesterday from posting all those videos, and then he almost
did
went
break
over.
YouTube.
And then he almost went over and broke TikTok last night talking about corn.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, I am so honored. I know this is not the subject of tonight, but I do want to give a huge freaking shout out to Doodle for being a part of the triple stream and making the stream possible, making this stream possible. A huge shout out to ArcticFox for going on the TikToks, grabbing a box, and advocating for Vladic Castle and being there for
Yes.
Bethany and Melissa with the pink hair and Finley Creek Jane Doe. You know, that made my heart smile so big to see my community show up, show out, and do the damn thing. I was so freaking honored, y'all. Like, I had to keep my camera off because, you know, it ruins my reputation, but I get all teared up. And I was so fucking proud of you guys. I really, really was. Like, it seriously made my heart smile. And then Arctic had the amazing, I love it. I love it. I love it. And I'm working on it. And I'm going to talk to my father-in-law And if we can't get him to get the Mustang Club to sponsor a car show, me and Craig talked about it today, and he has an extra pop-up tent that he doesn't normally use. So I figure what I'll do is I'll find out if there's a cost involved, and I'm going to see if I can set up beside his tent and do a missing persons tent with flyers and stuff, and, get some stuff from Bethany for Vladik and advocate for Vladik in that way here in Orlando, because being the local advocate, it's super important. And huge shout out for Arctic, because dude, when he said that, my mind went, I was like, oh my God, that's a freaking amazing idea. I have somebody that I can get to help me do that.
Mind blown, Arctic. But I was cracking up when he said, the word he said, and then she goes, oh, you can't say that. He goes, I said corn. I was like, oh, Arctic done went over there and broke the tick of talks too.
Tick of talks.
I said corn.
Just don't tell us you have crabs, Mom, because your boss will reduce to potted meat. Oh Lord, not potted meat. Always are. Yeah, he does always do a great job. And dude, when I saw him pop up in that box, I was like, doing the damn thing. He's doing the damn. It made my heart smile so big that everybody was here to support Bethany and Vladik last night, and the family, and Joe and Irina and Mom and Dad, and just being there and supporting in our streams. And, guys, if I missed anybody's comment, I was trying to transfer comments from both YouTube chats, mine and Doodles, and send them over to TikTok. So if I didn't grab your comment, I apologize. We'll be doing it again on Tuesday, as long as Bethany's going live on Tuesdays over there. And this way she has a place, because TikTok lives go down after you end the live. That way she has a place that she can always refer back to and watch those lives. I wish I would have thought about it before now. And when she was on the panel with me and Kimber that night, she talked about, one of us taking over the Find Vladik website or the Find Vladik YouTube channel. And I'll probably talk about this weekend. I'll probably get with her and talk to her about going ahead and getting the login information for that. And what I'll do is I'll stream it to his channel. So that way they're all in one collaborative place. And that way, if somebody wants to refer back, because she does a lot of really good, like the warm-up event and Gabby Petito Foundation, they do with her too. And usually, sometimes they're in a box up there with her. So there's always generally something that they've got going on that, you want to clip that piece out and you want to share it, or you want to go find it on Twitter, because a lot of us are cross-platform. So if you see it on TikTok, you're going to see it on our Twitters, and we all kind of retweet everything. And I'm trying to get better about Facebook, guys. I really, really am. I just shun Facebook because Facebook's a toxic cesspool most of the time.
Yes,
so
it is.
Sunday Doodles. I did Sunday Doodles in the house.
Bethany is absolutely amazing. But yeah, Facebook is a cesspool, because you get on Facebook and you post something on Facebook and you have, I know his 12th cousin twice removed, and so-and-so said this, and it's not just, that's just anybody, say XYZ person. And it's just crazy. Facebook's a bigger cesspool actually than most platforms. And
It is.
Well, it is. Arctic, Twitter is a cesspool too.
Twitter's horrible.
Okay, brother. Yes, brother, it is.
Twitter's horrible. Like, I've been burning down barns for 4 years on Twitter.
Yeah, Mom be over there like boxing. She like Mike Tyson on Twitter.
I've been living rent-free in this troll's head for like 2 weeks now. I told her today I was going to hang a wind chime up so I could sit in my lazy boy and listen to my wind chime as I lived rent-free in her head. Listen, Sunday.
Dun, dun, dun.
Mom lives rent-free in a lot of people's head on Twitter. But yes, Twitter is a total cesspool. But Facebook is too. I mean, they're all cesspools in their own way. They really are. I mean, I agree with you, Arctic.
She is phenomenal. She's absolutely amazing, and I love her dearly. And she started out right. Bethany and Barbara are both amazing, absolutely amazing human beings. Yeah, Twitter is a cesspool. That place is a shithole, but it's my shithole, and I love it. Take my lazy boy over there and just live rent free. It's great. Thank you for. She is my precious little cute whiner. I love my whiner. Everyone here does a phenomenal job of sharing and what's important. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm just sorry I got off subject there for a minute, guys, but I really wanted to give shout outs where shout outs were due. I was just so freaking proud of everybody last night, and it really made my heart smile to see you guys showing so much love and support and jumping over to the TikTok and hitting the heart on the screen and showing your guys' love from there as well. It was really freaking amazing.
Oh, Arctic, I will go over there and follow you. I didn't know you were on there, but I will gladly go follow you on Twitter. And Mom, I did want to mention this while we're kind of off topic here. Please, if you haven't watched the Gabby Petito documentary on Netflix, if you do have Netflix, please go give it a watch. Please go give it a watch. It's 3 parts. It's not long, but it's very, Mom, it's very tastefully done. Are you okay over there? What happened?
Why did she do this, dude?
Did your
Yes,
wiener
Gabby
jump?
is very important.
What happened? Did your wiener
Little
jump?
shit.
Our wiener jumped in her lap.
God bless, man.
Yeah, but
Oh,
it's a great live. It's a great documentary. I know she was important. I just didn't know what happened to you over there, Mom. I didn't know if wiener attacked you or what. But it's very tastefully done, and it's a great live. Have some tissue. Have some tissues with you though, because
definitely. And put your seatbelt on, because you're
yeah,
going to
put your
get
seatbelt on.
angry and emotional and scream at your TV all in the same documentary. Like,
Yeah,
absolutely.
because there are
You're planning
things
to
that,
watch after the live Arctic. It's phenomenal. It really, really is.
and there were things if you're somebody like me who's, I mean, I followed it, but if you're somebody, there are things you will learn in the documentary that you didn't know before.
Arctic, will you drop your Twitter in chat, please, sir?
Yes.
You're probably on top of doing that. But
Or I'll
drop
just
that
go-
in chat. Everybody that's in the dead bird, because I'm not going to call it X. Please go over there. I'm so sorry, y'all. Oh God, I have a pit bull. Pit bull farts are nothing compared to the little ass hat that likes to get up here
Dandy,
and
we could
just
do that.
napalm my lap. So I apologize. I'm in tears over here.
Oh, it was Kobe. Dandy,
No,
we could
it's
do-
her.
It's crazy. Dandy, we could do that one night. We could do a stream. We could do a Discord stream of that, because I do have Netflix, and I
Do
know
you
Mom
have
does too.
Netflix?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I have Netflix on the TV though. Do you have Netflix on your laptop?
I have Netflix. I have Netflix on my mobile phone and on my laptop.
Oh, do you now? Well, yeah, we could do that. We can
Yes.
definitely do that.
Yep, I can. I can stream it either play. I can stream it from either one. So yes, I could stream it. So yes, I would be happy.
Right.
I would be very happy to do that, so that you could, so that everyone that doesn't have Netflix can watch it. And Mom's Discord.
Follow the fox.
Follow the fox. Follow
If you're on the dead
fox.
bird, the Xers, go and follow Arctic. Please and thank you. Let's get his following back up, because it's really hard to freaking do over there. So let's get him back up where he needs to be. Keep him out into the algorithm and Taylor, it was very, very good. Very well done. While we're on the subject of Gabby, before I start this next, I'll just read to you guys a little something that just made me just have a whole friggin' meltdown on the Twitters.
Oh, Arctic,
I just
we're
about lost
already.
my whole shit.
Oh, Arctic, the funny thing about that is we're already following each other on Twitter. How about that?
Where did I put that last night?
Yeah, but we'll do that one night, Mom. We'll stream it so that the ones that don't have it can watch it. Sound like a Discord watch thing to you?
Mm-hmm.
I really don't want to
that sounds
call
like
it.
a great idea to me.
I don't want to call it a watch party because I don't think it's really a party, but we'll call it a watch thing.
A Diss of the Chords.
We'll set up a time.
I thought I had dropped it in Discord, but now I don't remember where I had put it out. Where I had put it at. So give me just a second here. I want to read something to you guys since we're on the
Son
subject
of a
of Gabby.
biscuit eater.
Oh, Legacy. Here we go. Let's just over on the big screen. Let's just put that on the big screen. Oh, we lost Kimba. She done fell off the porch. There she is.
I done threw myself out the window again.
She done tossed herself out the damn window. All right, y'all.
It was that tea.
This is me. Mind of Monsters. And it's got the cussy Maddie faces. It says they need to keep quiet like they did when they knew that damn good and well Gabby was gone. And shout out to Leslie for putting this on. So I'm going to read this to you guys. I'm just going to tell you right now, I was pissed. Breaking. The laundry's attorneys.
Oh, no. When was this released?
Oh, yeah. Yesterday.
Oh,
I thought I put it in Discord.
Oh, no.
Mhm.
No.
Oh, wait for it.
Oh.
Wait for it.
I can't. Okay. Go ahead.
Breathe, Kimber. Go get your cigarette, ma'am. The laundry's attorneys have released a statement regarding the Netflix documentary about Gabby Petito. The recently released Netflix documentary, American Murder, Gabby Petito, aims to shed light on the tragic events surrounding Gabby's death. However, Stephen Bernatello, piece of fucking shit, that's not in the press release, by the way. The attorney representing Brian Laundrie's parents, Chris and Roberta Laundrie Cowards, contends that the series offers no fresh insight. In a statement to TMZ. Okay, so I've been on TMZ several times. It's on my channel. So I'm not going to hate on TMZ. However, I will hate on the three of these fucking idiots. Bernatello asserts that the documentary merely rehashes information already disseminated through the media and legal proceedings. He has emphasizes that the portrayal is one-sided and presenting a perspective that aligns with the filmmaker's narrative. No, the fuck it don't. It fucking projected the truth, you sorry motherfucker, and I hope you're in the bushes. Are you buying my channel somewhere, you cowardly little fucking shimp?
This piece of shit.
Shrimp.
I
can't even talk. I'm so fucking mad. Let me re-say that. You cowardly little shrimp. Bernatello further criticizes the documentary for containing inaccuracies, distorted timelines, and misrepresented facts. He draws a parallel to political debates, suggesting that much like opposing political parties, each side in this case believes the correctness of the viewpoint of making it challenging to find a common ground amid widespread public discourse and distrust. While acknowledging the well-known facts that Brian Laundrie took Gabby Petito's life in late August of 2021 before ending his own, Bernatello points out that the documentary concludes by noting the Laundries have not been charged with any crime. He calls for the public to allow both families to grieve privately, free them from ongoing drama and speculation. The response from the Laundrie's family attorney highlights the ongoing tensions and different perspectives surrounding the case, even as new media portrayals emerge. Fucking horse shit.
Oh,
You sorry
oh,
piece of fucking trash.
oh, oh.
Yeah, let me tell you something. Gabby's both sides of Gabby's family were in that documentary. They did a phenomenal job. I've personally hugged Nikki and Jim myself. I met them at a vigil for Vladik. They are amazing human beings. The Gabby Petito Foundation is amazing. The documentary was well put together. Those of us that followed, covered, shared her case knows damn good and well that was not put out as a fucking narrative, and he needs to sit all the fucking way down.
And hold up. They were invited to participate in this, and they declined. So they can fuck all the way fucking off. Because they know what they didn't want to fucking participate because they know what the fuck happened. It was not a narrative. It was what fucking really happened. It was real life. It's the facts, Jack. Piece of shit.
Yep, look at him. Shit.
That's all it was. That was the facts. It was the facts.
It was 100% the facts, and they can all eat a dick as far as I'm concerned.
A big one.
He's been an asshole throughout this case, and still, yeah, fuck him. Fuck him. That piece of shit, Brian. That piece of shit helped Brian get away and not be charged for what he did. Yeah, they did more than that. Like, fuck them.
He was that
Wisdom
bastard.
says she
Was named
seen
in
my
the,
response. Love you, Wisdom.
he was named in the fucking lawsuit too. I don't know how he weaseled his fucking way out of it.
That's what they get paid to do, to create a divide. It's sick, Dandy. I agree. Dr. Phil produced it, just an FYI. Well, it was well put together. It was absolutely well put together. And like I said on panel the other day, I broke down in tears, cried my eyes out, texted Kimber, was crying while I was trying to text Kimber, so there's no telling what I actually texted her, but I was very fucking upset. It really, really upset me. I was fine. I was absolutely fine until Nikki, when she broke down and Jim broke down, I lost it. Like, I was done. I was watching the TV through tears. It absolutely just fucking, yeah, they all three need to be charged. Pieces of shit. They settled out of court for an undisclosed amount, which, you know, the beautiful thing about Gabby's family is, I don't know, I'm not putting this out there as fact. I'm just saying, in my opinion, any monetary gain would have been put into Gabby's foundation, which does amazing work. They do amazing work for domestic violence victims. They do amazing work for the missing. They advocate. They're doing the damn thing. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of him either. We heard that on Dago's this morning. You heard what, brutally, honey? I'm sorry, I'm behind. Yeah, you should be disbarred. Hi, Meta Mom. Off to bed. We shall not play nice. There will be none of that, ma'am. All the people who are behind documentaries supporting the laundries are sick and twisted, nasty people. I agree. Meta Mom, thank you so much for being here. All right, so I had another video of the Axe murders, and then we will probably spend the end of the live just doing a mix-up. You toxic little shit.
Hi, girly, you little piranha. Girly,
She never,
girly.
ever gets another goober, ever. I gave them goober. Peanut butter and jelly, just a tidbit on the crusties from the bread tonight.
Oh, no.
You will never see another goober crusty in your life, you toxic little turd. My God, y'all, my eyes are watering over here. It's so bad. Oh, it's so bad. Welcome in, Jody. Thank you so much for being here. It's so bad.
Girly. Girly.
There's another comment about her son taking Gabby's life, period. Yeah, and you know, and while I'm on my good rant before I start this video, which is going to have some laughs, and you know, we'll have a chance to kind of to lighten it up a little bit. And I've loved these guys, and I found these guys. I was actually already subscribed to them, but I love these guys because they kind of do what we do over here. They go into the subject. They talk really, it's fact based. It's all there. It's all the things that you want to see, but they make light of it. Not to say they make jokes, but they make light of the situation, and I think that's so important. Just like over here with Lisa Joe's vag rejuvenation and a good PSA about how to get rid of crabs. It's one of those things. Yes, she farted. She's terrible. She's awful. Ryan and Shane, yeah, they're funny as shit, and I love how they do their show. And I guess that's kind of what I'm trying. I'm not doing their thing by any means, but that's kind of what I'm trying to do over here is, we go through something, we kind of stop, we pause, we decompress, we go back into what we're talking about. We're still staying on the subject of the title, so it's not clickbaity, but we're still, we're still doing the damn thing, but having a little bit of lighthearted in between. So,
Yes.
God, dude.
We try. Well, girly.
Go
Stop
snuggle with
that.
your daddy. Fuck with me and you're going to find out. Lisa Joe will come at you with some vag rejuvenation. Yeah, here you go. Wisdom said it best. Suck on this. Fucking cowards. Urgh.
Do they still?
I'm gonna
I
smoke
think
a
they still
cigarette.
live. They still live in that Northport neighborhood, don't they?
I heard just a rumor that they had sold the house, and that's not from a very reliable source.
I tried to
So
look it up
please do not
today.
take that as fact.
I tried to look it up today, and then I found some information that said that after they watched the Gabby Petito the documentary, that people in that neighborhood were like, especially after they watched the documentary, they were sick before, and now they're even sicker. So I guess they're so narcissistic that they still live in that neighborhood.
It's possible that they still live in the house. Like I said, the only thing I heard was from somebody who is not reputable in any community, missing community or otherwise. Hi, Leslie and Billy. So I don't trust a damn thing he says. But I have had requests when we went to do Maddie's memorial, which we've been out there numerous times. But it was a subscriber community request to go to Gabby's bench. And I mentioned it again to Craig today. And I think we might do that. We may, when I get the Mustang up and running and I'm comfortable driving it that distance, I think we'll do that. And we'll, since we have Gabby's bench there and we know that the fucktard monster that took Maddie's life drove to Northport as well, we might film around Northport and just give you guys an idea of what Northport looks like. There's some vag out there that Jesus himself could rejuvenate.
Hi, Betty. Hi, Betty. Hi, Leslie.
Betty is big mad. Oh, her very upset. Oh, God.
Her in her face.
And her face. Her go off in her face.
Get out of your face.
Her got upset. We'll talk about that in a minute. All right, so we're gonna get back to the axe murderer, so then we can just kind of do our whatever the hell we want to. Just I do what I want. I do what I want. That would be awesome. You guys would be down for that. Bringing the Arby's into this. What the hell did I miss? Why did Arby's get brought in?
You know me, I'm down for anything. Why do you look at me like that, husband? Go to bed.
Yeah, but I figured that would be a good thing, to do, because I know the community asked for it a while back, and then my car started screwing up, and I really don't feel comfortable driving it that far. But I definitely want to do that. And then, like I said, I don't want to drive past these people's house because I'm not a stalker like some of these freaking creators are. But I would like to drive like down to the beach and through Northport and kind of show you guys the area of Northport to kind of give you an idea how high class. Can you put a lock on the fence for me? I can. We're gonna do some more locks as well. I figure what we'll do.
How are you on locks, Mom?
I cannot get to them right now, but I
Okay.
will let you know after the live.
Okay, let me know after the live. We will discuss.
Because what we'll do is like me and I'm smoking, y'all. That's why my camera's off, but I'll turn it on long enough to talk to you guys. We discussed that about having another live, and anybody's name that didn't get a lock that would like a lock for Maddie, maybe going through, hanging up some more love locks. Beware and known that I do lose signal coming back from where Stefan, the fucking monster, dumped Maddie's body. So my live will probably buffer really bad for a few minutes. So I may have to end the original live and pull up another live, and we'll probably drive the route from St. Cloud to Northport in the direction that he did. Because you guys know I like to take you guys boots on the ground. That way you have a visual aid that's not coming from a dirtbag creator or a tabloid channel. All right. So let's get through this real quick. And then, like I said, we'll talk about whatever the hell we want. Because I thought this was a really interesting case. And just so something a little different. And for copyright purposes, I am going to speed this up just a wee bit. I'm not going to like turn it to no crazy amount. And I'm going to turn the captions off. If there's anybody that prefers the captions to be on, please let me know and I will turn those back on.
Hold on,
because
Mom.
Florida fucking sucks. That's why, Leslie.
Who's up for work release?
Stefan is.
How can he be up for work release if he's on death row?
He's not on death row yet.
How can he be up for work release after what he did?
He hasn't been tried, so he's not on death row. He's just considered a housed inmate. CZ, welcome in. Yeah.
Fucking wow.
Wisdom says they do still live there. As much as I would like to drive by their house and scream obscenities, just so Craig doesn't have to bond me the fuck out.
Yeah.
We probably won't do that.
Me and my friend in New York, I got her they watched the Gabby Petito last night. And, you know, like I said, the Gabby's dad and stepmom live on Long Island. And her in-laws, my friend's in-laws that live on Long Island, they are Gabby's dad and stepmom still live on Long Island. And they are neighbors of my friend's in-laws. So it hit them, it hit her husband hard. So but yeah, but we were talking about the house today, and I said, well, I think they sold it, but when I started looking, I couldn't find anything to collaborate that they had sold it. Everything I found was that they still lived in the neighborhood, and the neighbors were even more furious after they watched the documentary.
I don't care about disrespecting them. I know myself, and I don't want to drive by there and yell obscenities because of the neighbors, not because of those two fucking coward morons. Just gonna put that out there.
Right. You want to have respect for the neighbors, not them.
Wow. Chris, sadly, that's a true and sad fucking statement. It's just like Disney coming out and saying, oh, he didn't work for us. Okay, so he probably worked through a contractor, because you can go to any temporary agency here in Orlando and get a job with fucking Disney. I'm sorry. I'm a local. Bark up somebody else's fucking tree. Blow your smoke up somebody else's ass. Because this ass ain't believing your smoke. And I smoke my own smoke. All right. So I'm going to start up this video. Go ahead.
We'll talk about it after the live because I don't have work. I can't make words right now.
Doug from Northport said that they still live there. I might reach out to him and see if I can't meet up with him while we're there. Doug from Northport is amazing. And for those of you guys that don't know Doug from Northport, he's an amazing creator. He goes live and he does like police chases and stuff like that. And he got the absolute fucking hell beat out of him and was in the hospital and has had a couple other health issues that have happened since then. So going real life is not a good thing. Right, Nickelodeon and Disney are both fucking dirtbags. Brutally, that's a good point. We can only hope. We can send up vibes that they recognize who he is. Yeah, there's a lot of stupid shit that happens, and I'm not monetized, Dago. You don't have to dress up your dirty words. You can say pissed. I say worse than that on panel. I hope somebody gets a hold of him. Absolutely. All right, guys, let's get through this video, and then we'll just have a free-for-all.
This week on Buzzfeed Unsolved, we cover the Axeman killer.
You guys got audio? So, fun fact, they do make serial killer baseball cards. And my birthday's in June. Just saying.
You probably own
We don't condone your ads over here, sir. We don't do ads. Take your ads elsewhere. I'm too fucking cheap to pay for premium because I think if you have more than 1,000 subs, you shouldn't have to fucking pay for premium. Some of this we've already heard, but they go on location. I've got the hiccups. I apologize ahead of time, but I'm with Arctic. I wish I had their production money to be able to go on scene like this. I really, really do. And I'm going to try to get rid of these freaking hiccups while let's do a little bit more of them side little chopper doodle. I'm going to try to get rid of these hiccups while this is playing.
I think it's
Axeman fever.
Axes. This just in. More skulls crushed. Whoa. Throw out your axes.
You can turn any slogan or funny.
Fuck your ad. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Just a little.
If you don't play Bruno Mars every Tuesday night, we're. I'm sorry.
I love Bruno Mars.
I do
I
too,
would
so
totally be there with
I would actually I would totally play jazz music. I love jazz, so I'm all in. So I have a very eclectic taste in music, so I'm all over it.
Good old Jenny from the block. I'm dead over here. What they go? Leave the Italians alone.
Oh, Arctic.
They are great, and you guys see what I mean by the fact that they kind of do their show kind of like how we do ours over here. Is we watch something, then we try to lighten it up a little bit. We laugh, we make jokes. We're not making jokes about the murder or the missing or whatever we're talking about. Because if you don't laugh, you're going to cry. And laughter is the best medicine for not going crazy. And if you do true crime or you advocate or you're a channel holder or a co-host or whatever your place is in the community, you have to laugh. You have to find those moments. So the only bit of misinformation in that whole video is they do sell serial killer cards. And I would love to have a set of those. Drifty, if you're still in the bushes. Just gonna say, I hope you guys enjoyed that little clip.
Don't read
Damn
Arctic's
racist.
comment. Don't, because there's pubes on the pizza, and I just gagged a little bit in my mouth. Oh,
That's what Seth did. That's what
I
Seth
know
did. See,
I
that's
know
why you
that's
didn't put
what
pubes
Seth
on a
did.
pizza. Italians could get targeted. See what you did, Seth? Fucking gross. They lighten the mood, which is needed when we cover. Very true. Right. Absolutely. And I love it. Are you in the bushes, Leslie? You better come out of them bushes. He's just a dumb redneck with a microphone. Well, look here. I got a head microphone, and then I got my fancy dancy microphone, which the laptop decided not to yeet me tonight. So that's kind of nice.
Shadowed Battlegrounds presents The Viper's Tune, The Axeman Returns. In the shrouded mists of a New Orleans night, a series of chilling events unfold, resurrecting the echoes of a terror long thought to be buried in the annals of history. The city, vibrant with the soulful sounds of jazz, is once again...
He said annal. Annal. It's a fancy word.
Okay, I'm just going
Not to be confused with anal.
Okay, I just...
Like foxtails and butt plugs.
Yeah, and those beads.
Foxtails and butt plugs for everybody.
And beads.
And starting it up like a Briggs and Stratton.
Yep, like a Briggs and Stratton. Gentlemen, start your engines. Gentlemen, start your engines.
And now, right, and now. Like canal, and now. I mean, I guess, okay, well, moving on.
Under the shadow of the Axeman. The episode opens with a grim discovery. Detective Lila Beaumont, head of the NOPD's Paranormal Division, is called to a gruesome scene. A body found in an old French Quarter home. An axe beside it. A jazz record still spinning in the background. The signature is unmistakable, mirroring the Axeman's brutal visits from the early 20th century. Lila knows this is no ordinary killer. The historical patterns are too precise. She seeks out Victor Petrovich, a vampire and master of jazz, who only emerges at night. Victor plays in a band called the Vipers on the famous Frenchman Street. Under the dim lights of the local jazz club, where the Vipers are performing, Lila briefs Victor.
I want that old Victrola that was in that picture. You're on mute.
Of course I'm on fucking mute. God bless it, it's not alive if I don't fucking mute myself one time and say the most important friggin' thing there was to
her
say.
lips are moving, but I can't hear what she's saying.
Do you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth? No, ma'am, because you're fucking muted.
No, ma'am, because you're muted.
Didn't hear a friggin' word you said because you're muted. You're as bad as me. Yeah, muted. Muted. Well, here lately, I've been getting yeeted off this computer and then having to go to my other computer and use my fancy dancy. It makes me look like a real YouTuber.
Yep, because you've been leaving me up here by myself. You've been falling off the front porch.
With my mic, it makes me look all fancy like a real YouTuber. But it's hooked up to the Mac of Books. The Mac of Books.
You've been yeeted.
The Mac of Books. But apparently I'm not going to get yeeted tonight, so that's kind of new. Highly enjoyable, not muted. Did you guys enjoy the Axeman of Nolans tonight?
Nolans.
Minnie's dad was French Cajun. Just putting that out there. I know it's not relevant to the story or anything, but he's from New Orleans. His original last name was Genet. So it's kind of cool. Jody enjoyed it. Thank you so much, Jody. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Nolans. It's Nolans.
It's Nolans.
Nolans.
All they call it Nolo.
Oui. I can't remember any more French. I used to know French. Shit. I used to know how to say I love you in French, but I forgot. Sorry. Croissant?
Croissant. Okay, that's it. Mom knows French. Croissant. You remember the Cajun cook, Justin Wilson? Justin
Justin
Wilson.
Wilson.
Yeah, he used to.
Oh, I like
Oh, he was. I loved him.
it's got a
I
nice
loved
round to it.
Justin Wilson.
They seem to disregard her saying two men. Yeah, they absolutely did. French fries. Dago coming in for the win. French bread. Ooh, with some French Cajun with a hot. A souffle. A souffle. A souffle. 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 You can souffle my buffet. A buffet. Y'all remember a buffet? Y'all know what I'm talking about. A buffet. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Don't play like y'all don't.
Is that where I go and go around and get the food? Is
No,
that
not a
all you can eat?
buffet.
Is that
A
all you can eat?
buffet.
Is that an all you can eat buffet?
This is a buffet. See on my hair? It's a buffet. A buffet. That's what that was called. Was a buffet. They buffet your hair. Chadou, l'amo. He used them onions. Chewed 'em. There, that's about all the French Cajun you're gonna get out of me. Taylor says she loved it. Thank you, Peggy. Thank you so much. Arctic's video was freaking phenomenal. It will also be in the description, guys. Make sure that you go over there and give it a view and hit that like button. If you're not already subscribed to Arctic, please subscribe. What are you doing with your life? And we've got Wisdom Speaks and Doodle and Dago and Kimber on panel. They all have channels as well, so make sure you show some love and support to the whole team. All you can eat souffle at the buffet. At the buffet. The buffet. The buffet. Did y'all like my little clippy, dude? Look at my new little clippy. Did you like my
What in the world?
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh Lord!
Yes, bitches. My little thing that Wisdom sent me the other night that I put in here, it disappeared. It kind of pisses me off. Pisses me off.
Parlez-vous Francois? See,
Swamp gas my ass. Swamp gas my ass. Ain't not enough sage for this shit. Oh, goodness. Oh, my goodness. Well, tell him it to do the DNA thing. His life may be like mine. Right, Doodle? Jodum. Parlez-vous Francois? Parlez-vous Francois?
Parlez-vous Francois?
Parlez-vous Francois? I do not speak French. All I got is croissant. Make Wisdom mad and you will hear the raging Cajun. I love Wisdom's accent. It's freaking beautiful. Love it. I need to hire someone to do a new intro and outro. Just let me know what you want, Arctic, and I'll throw you one together. You can we can do a private stream link and I can make it on stream. Yeah, Molly's good at making them too. Yeah, and you don't have to hire me to do it. I can make you one. You could speak French. Oui. Doodle and Dago, I'll say shut no one will understand. You'll say shit no one will understand. Oh, poo pee pee doo doo. I love Wisdom's voice.
I've never heard Wisdom's voice. Mama,
she has a beautiful accent.
We're gonna have to start working on I'm gonna have to get with you so we can work on me an intro and an outro too.
Yeah, just let me know. I love making them. Like when I first started my channel, like, there's a lot of channels. They're not, a bunch of them aren't here anymore. There's a handful of them that are still here. And I took editing in school, like video editing. So I made like a shit ton of intros for people. So I love doing it. I love creating the flyers. I love creating my little intros, my little outros, my little clips, like all the things. I have so many intros and little videos and stuff that are in my files, y'all. It's unreal. Like, because during the beer flu, I would just sit and just make videos. I think I have a file.
And I want everybody think of that has not seen the Netflix Gabby Petito thing, the Gabby Petito documentary. Everybody think of a time. Let us know in Discord. Let me and mom know in mom's Discord, and we'll try to put something together that does not have Netflix
for 24-hour notification.
Okay.
Because she has little people too, and I know some other people have little people and grandchildren that they care for, and parents that they care for, and then I have a Craig that I take care of. So yeah, we'll definitely give everybody a heads up that we're doing it, and that way we can work around schedules and stuff like that. And
because I'm pretty much a free. I'm pretty much free, so I can do it anytime. So, and we can Doodle, we can wait till Bean goes back till my Bean goes back to school. So, which I can come over there with a hairdryer and clear the roads for you if you want me to. It might take me some time, but. But I can do that.
Intro. This isn't really an intro, it's just a cut together. But it's one of my favorites. And it kind of fits the channel. Let's see if it'll let me share it with the audio. Share window.
There's supposed to be audio.
Ah, fuck. Are you serious?
I'm just asking.
Well, there's supposed to be freaking audio. You fucking bastard computer. I don't want to load it in my thing because, you know what? It helps if you hit also share audio.
Yeah.
Be careful sharing audio. You may have a guess. They will hear themselves. I'm sharing everything. This won't happen if you share on a Chrome. It's not on a Chrome tab, you asshole. Audio this time. Do you have audio now? I was eating Kimberly pizza about choke. Mother trucker. That's a croco. Made me bullshit right there.
Sorry,
I've done this before. Is it under vid? I don't want to share it under video file. Maybe that's what I have to
hit again. Hit again. Go ahead. Somebody said yeah, and then I said no, and then so I could have been wrong. Sometimes you play just a little bit, and I feel like I don't name that tune in 2 seconds.
Both ways before you decide to get on my motherfucking nerves. You know what? Don't even answer that question. I know you don't, you jaywalking son of a bitch.
I heard that.
Hey, Wisdom sent me that. I love it. Love it. Well, you need to have a class, Mom. I'll join. Okay, yeah, we can do that. We can do a private stream link, and I can pull it up, and and a private stream link for those of y'all that are not creators. It doesn't mean that we're hiding anything from you guys or we're doing anything shady in the background. It's just where this is a studio where you see me and Kimber now. It's literally a studio. That's what StreamYard is. So just as if you were on like a news, like if you do like a Zoom and go on the news or something like that from your home, you're able to hear the producer in your ear, and you're able to hear the live show, but people can't hear you talking back and forth to the producer. So this is kind of the same concept. You would watch what again? Oh, the Gabby Petito. Bragg is asleep. I'm surprised y'all can't hear him snoring. You haven't figured out Discord yet? Well, Jody, all you have to do is go, if you're on a mobile device, just go to Discord, download Discord, and then you just go through the setting things and you'll have Discord on your phone. And then my Discord link, you don't have to be a member of the channel or none of that kind of fun stuff. My Discord's open because I feel like sometimes, and even myself, like when a creator that I really like or my favorite creator is not live, you can go into the Discord and you can share things, and like we have a lot of fun in there. I'll pull up the Discord that way. I can kind of show you guys what we have in the Discord. There was no sound. Peggy pretty much works anytime for me if I can figure out how to watch something like that on Discord. So I'm going to show you guys if it'll let me.
Peggy, it won't be hard to watch something like that on Discord. We'll do it in Mom's Discord, and what will happen is everybody will join it'll be like a private area. It'll be an area in Discord, and then I'll bring up the stream because I have Netflix on my phone. So I'll bring it up, and you'll just click watch stream. And when I bring up watch stream, you'll just click on the watch stream. When I bring up the Netflix, you'll just click watch stream, and it'll just be there.
Bam diggity, you'll be there.
Bam diggity, you'll be there. And then I'll just play all three of the.
Be there.
I'll play all three of the episodes. Bring you snacks. Bring your drink of choice. And we will watch it.
Tenderizing your pepperoni on Zoom like CNN anchor did during COVID, right?
But it's real simple to watch, Peggy. Yeah. So it's not hard. So simple. It's super simple.
Super simple. Okay, so I'm gonna pull up the Discord here. So this is my Discord. Like you'll see Mind of Monsters. It's called the Mind of Monsters Vault is the name of my Discord. And then we have all these awesome channels. Like this is Barista. Like we'll ask Barista. I don't want to ask her something she's going to give me a damn paragraph on. What's a pirate?
Oh, she's going to give you a paragraph. Anything you ask her, what's a pirate? She's going to give you a paragraph.
So this is our Barista. My son Minnie created her, and she is a AI bot, but she uses 2 different servers outside of like Bling or Google. They're not servers that are public servers. So she's really cool. You can ask her anything. If you're researching a case, you can ask her about cases. You can go in there and just mess with her. Like her and Doodle are married off and having little pirate tandies, and it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. So let me see. Thanks, Dago. It wouldn't let me read it. What the hell? Thanks, Dago. Maybe I can figure it out. It took me a bit to figure out how finding Bethany's live on TikTok last night. But you found it, Peggy. You did freaking amazing. Rock star. Yeah. Okay, so Thistle is her name. And she says, Pauses mid-pour, a mischievous glint returning to her eyes. Oh, mind of monsters, that would be $1 million question, ain't it? Chuckles. Well, I'll tell you what a pirate be. A pirate be more than just a thief on the high seas, mind of monsters. They are a symbol of rebellion, a defiance against the established order. They be outlaws, rejecting the rules and claiming their own freedom. They be adventurers seeking fortune and glory in uncharted waters. But what do you really think a pirate is? And she's smirking. And then we have joining and leaving. And then the only thing I ask is when you join the Discord, don't be lurking in the bushes in the Discord. Just pop into join and leaving. You can put an emoji in there. You can put a GIF in there, whatever your choice is. Barista will welcome you in. And then everybody that's a part of the active Discord will also welcome you in. The rules are in here. Minnie wrote the rules, so they're kind of extensive, but they're not too much. This is our general chat. You never know what's going to be in here. General chat just has a little bit of everything in here. We have meme wars and a lot of fun. Missing posters, videos. We have stuff like this that I grabbed from Twitter that says, last time I buy eggs from that damn Cajun bastard down the road, and it's a baby gator in the eggs. But we just have a lot of fun in there. And then there's a resources link.
The exorcism cross was for me because Doodle was, that was for me because I said I needed an exorcism with this sickness. So that's what Doodle posted for me. We post links like I posted that link. Mom passed it, but there was a link about one of the girls from Columbine that recently passed away that was paralyzed. So, we post links like that, when things like that happen, missing flyers, all kinds of good stuff.
This killed me. This absolutely killed me today.
What was that? Oh, that was hilarious.
I was dead. But we have a lot of fun in here. And then we have, Arctic, the Amber Alert, it was immediately in there. Arctic put that in there. And then Wisdom, this is a post. I almost said a video. This was a post that Wisdom did. She put that in there. And then, I always like to react to let people know I seen it. I appreciate you. And then the new Brian Fuckburger motions that were denied, I put those in there. And then we put some gifts to go with that. And then, of course, Breeze to put her 2 cents in. Resources has a lot of different resources in it. So you're going to find missing persons, victim assistance, lots of different things. Here's Timmy D's change.org petition, Jaden's petitions in here. A lot of information on autistic children, why they're drawn to water. The Samaritan's Purse, Catch Lisk, which is Raul. This is the day I had a heartbreak. Like my whole life, I was in a panic attack because I couldn't find the MMIW and they changed their website. So I put the updated link in here, and then my website as well has been updated. This is a website that's dedicated to our Black girls that are missing. I put that in there. Help ID me. So these are just some really good resources. And then Phil, where's Phil? I haven't seen Phil tonight.
Hi, Mr. Bear.
Okay. YouTube doesn't like to give out notifications, so this is my channel. This will post as soon as I schedule or post a video. Mind the Monsters videos that will be in here. Other creators' videos. You're going to see other creators from our community, and then creators that I work with on other genres of YouTube. You see Arctic Shorts in here. Dago's lives pop up. Everybody's channel should pop up in there. In that one. And you're also welcome to put other videos in there as well. That's why it's other creators videos. And then we have tabs for Harm, Florida, cases from subs. I do take your guys' cases very seriously. And this is where you can openly post anything that you would like to see covered on the channel. And then I'm not going to go through all of these. And then we have Gone Fishing. So this is our fishing because Minnie's a freaking rock star. And look, Kimber done been in here fishing without me.
Well, you got more money than I got. I done told you. Arctic
and I caught 10 fish a cod.
Did you sell them again?
No, but I'm fixing to.
Stop. You're you more money than I do. Arctic said, did you ever have Minnie look at why he can't access the mods area of Discord. I think Doodle may have had some issues
No, I
too.
fucking forgot.
Doodle, were you ever able to access the mods area? Doodle to the white phone.
Doodle to the white phone. Hey, when you get a chance. I was so frustrated that day, y'all. I was ready to fucking throw the whole computer out.
No, Doodle can't access it either. She said she thought the link expired, but she can't access it either.
Mods in the mod chat on Discord and mod channels.
Let me make sure I can still access it.
If I don't text him, because he built the Discord, so, and what they're talking about is the staff chat and the staff voice chat. These are like if I want to have a private conversation with the mods. Again, it's nothing vindictive about from anybody or anything like that. It's just it's where, because sometimes like Dago has mod meetings and things like that. There might be something that I want to talk to one of my mods about, or all of my mods about, or information that I feel is important for the mods, but maybe not something that the whole community needs to see. So this is music. It'll play music for you. He has the setups kind of like Barista. It's called Jackie Music. It's a bot that's inside of our Discord. This is our voice channel. Is it gonna? Yeah, I don't want to open the voice channel. No, I don't want to open it. Oh Lord, what have I done? Go back. Here, we'll give you a smiley face just so you get the fuck off my screen. So server meetings and then video chat room. So you would hit this one down here. You would see this would be lit up, and then it would tell you like below it who all's in the video chat room. And this is towards the very bottom above staff chats. And this would be where you would click on. I'm not going to click on it because it's going to open up an empty room. But you would click on here, and this way we can watch stuff that's copyrighted that we can't watch on the U of Tubes.
And that's where we would watch the Netflix documentary.
Because copyright doesn't count over there. Barista is a blast. Love giving discussions with her. Yeah, and the more you play with her, thank you so much, Paula. We love you being here. The more you play with her, the more she learns. So she's super cool. And I just now texted Minnie because I spaced it out. I apologize, Arctic, but I will make sure that we get everybody in there. Hey, Mr. Bear, thank you so much for coming in. Thank you guys so much for being here. UMS White Claw. Doodle still can't get in it, so I'll have Mixie. I could have Mecky do it. Yeah, I don't know where the hell Mixie came from. Mecky's an admin in my Discord too. She can do the same things that Minnie can do, because I don't know how to work the Discord. I just go in there and fake it till I make it. But he is an admin, and then Mecky's an admin too. That way, if he's like where I can't reach him, Mecky can go in and do all the fancy admin-y stuff. So if he doesn't respond to me, I know he's playing Fortnite right now. I'll get Mecky to go in there and get you guys in there. Mom, we had the hardest day. Just so glad to be home. Kick my shoes off and sit on the porch with you guys. Well, I'm so glad you're here, Mr. Beard. I'm sorry to hear that you had a rough day today. That sucks. They are awesome, Dago. They are amazing. They are. Mrs. Whiteclaw and Mr. Bear are rock stars. And again, they are OGs to the channel. They found us during Riley's strain while Minnie was boots on the ground in Nashville, handing out flyers, talking to people, and doing the damn thing for Riley. All right. Do you guys want to continue with the old creepy cases, or do we want to mix it up for the rest of the week?
I think that
it's fine with me.
Hold on. Wisdom said she didn't know there was a mod channel. Oop.
Yeah, I can't figure out how to get anybody in it though. Like I have a mod voice chat and I have a mod staff. Well, they're called staff chat on my Discord, and I
must be
can't
the
figure
only
out how
one
to
that
get anybody in the thing.
I must be the only one that made it in there.
Oh, you know what?
What?
Remember the night that he was on stream?
Uh-huh.
He made you a Discord admin.
Who, me?
Yes.
Hold on.
See if you can go in there and invite them.
Hold on. How do I know? Where do I do that?
Well, beats the fuck out of me. If you don't feel comfortable doing it, just let him do it. I just thought about that. He made you an admin that night. That's why it accepted you. Let me go look at something real quick. Let me see what. Yep, that's why you're green when you type. And when Barista responds to you. But see, I sent them links and it wouldn't let me send them links either. See how you're green? And Mecky's green?
A minute. Let me see if I can do it. Hold on. Staff chat.
Yeah, you should have two little people with a plus sign on it. I fucking forgot all about that. Remember the night that he went in there and he set up Barista on stream? Send one of them an invite because Mickey's not active. She's offline. She's probably in bed. Maybe if I click on their heads.
Tell Arctic to click that link and tell me what happens. I sent it. I copied and Arctic. I copied and pasted that link.
Let me find somebody.
See if it'll. I copied and pasted. Hold on.
Add roll.
Arctic. Dago's backstage. I copied and pasted the link to Arctic. I copied and pasted the link to Arctic. Tell him to go to his DM and see if he can click that link.
Okay,
I got this. No, I got this. I got it. Hold on.
All right, I was gonna tell you an easier way, but okay.
It's not letting me do what I want to do. So give me one second. Let me go to Wisdom.
Hey, Mom, on the left side of the general chat or any of it, it says Mine a Monster's Vault to the top left corner where that little drop down arrow is.
Yeah.
Okay, if you go, that'll open up a box and it says invite people. You click on that there, and then it says search for friends. You type who you want to invite into that bar and then hit.
Wisdom, click on the link. And I just sent you a link, Wisdom. Click on that and see what happens.
See, well, if that works, then yeah.
Yep.
Okay, let's see. Wisdom.
Hey, Arctic. If that didn't work, Kimber, try it the other way and see what happens.
That's how I usually bring you guys and invite you to the meetings and stuff.
So it's doing the same thing it did when Mom sent me that link, Kimber. I think you have to go in there and mod me for Discord itself is what you have
That's
to
what
do.
I just did. Try it now.
All right.
I'm trying to find everybody.
Are you in the actual room, Kimber? I don't even see the room.
Because it's a private room. I'm trying to find everybody.
Oh, okay.
Hang on. Oh, fuck. It's not going to show me your thing like that.
Oh.
Damn it.
There we go.
Joining and leaving.
All right. It's working. I can see the staff voice chat and everything now.
Dandy, do you need one, Dandy? Does Dandy have one?
I have to make her a moderator first.
Okay.
All right.
So where's it at then, Arctic?
there's Dandy.
No.
Hang
as
on.
soon as she makes us moderators in there, then we should be able to access the stuff. I didn't have to click on a separate link or anything. As soon as she made me a moderator, I could see the stuff chat and everything.
I clicked something like I got a message and I hit join. It said joined.
Yeah, all that's going to do is take you to the
wrong
Discord server.
one. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So
Now see if you can see it, Dago.
Go all the way
It's at the
down
very
to the bottom of
I
the
would-
server. Yeah.
Yeah.
Staff chat?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, here we are. Cool. Okay.
And I
There we
can't
go.
find Doodle.
Well, if that doesn't work, then go up to that other thing when, like I said, and invite, and it'll bring them in, or give an invite, I should say. I'm sorry.
Didn't you say Doodle had posted something up here?
I couldn't find Doodle either. I just sent Doodle a link. All she has to do is click on it, and it'll take
Well, I
her
have
right.
to I have to make her a mod on here first. See, I didn't.
Doodle-
I don't fool with
Doodle-
none of this stuff. So I'm not.
Doodle's in there, Mom. Doodle's in there. She's in there.
She's in
She
the
clicked
staff chat.
Yes, she clicked on her link. She's in there.
Say hi, Doodle. Ooh, Thistle's in there too. Oh boy.
I don't see Doodle in there.
I don't either.
There's Arctic, Dago, Wisdom, Kimber. Dandy
Becky.
might have gone to bed. You don't see it. Okay. Doodle, type something in general chat for me.
I see when I click the invite thing, I don't see her name come up either. That's weird.
Because I missed a step. There's Doodle. Add roll. Okay, Doodle. Do you see it now at the very bottom?
Okay. Well, you picked it up faster than I ever did, Kimber.
She sees it now. Perfect. I think that's everybody.
Say hi in there, people.
I've never been tech challenged.
I am with all these different things.
Yeah,
It
that's
took
why I
me a
don't mess
long
around.
time. There she is. Hello, Doodle.
I'll yeet everybody out. I'll freaking. There we go. Okay, show Arctic, Wisdom.
I like that
Kimber.
staff chat. Barista Thistle found you already, Doodle.
And then Dandy. Fix Dandy. So when she comes in next time, she'll be able to see it. Mickey was already in here. I only have a handful of mods, so. Perfect. Teamwork makes the dream work. It didn't work? What? I see you.
Who, Doodle?
Oh, you're in there. Okay, I'm probably
She's talking in there.
chat. Oh,
It's
yeah.
at the very bottom, Doodle, all the way at the very bottom in the left-hand column, and it says Snapchat.
Perfect. Perfect. I'm proud of us.
Well, I didn't do anything. I was trying to help, but dude, Kimber already had it put together, so.
Thank goodness. I'm just glad I remembered that night that he had made her a moderator, which I knew Mecky was. But I don't know how to work none of this stuff. I don't mess with the Discord because I will screw it all up. Yeah, don't ever give out your home address. There's
Huh?
only a handful of people on this platform that have my home address because it's not safe to give out your home address. Only the ones I trust have my home address.
Unless you want something crazy knocking on your door.
I got alligators.
I have mom's home address, but I'm not going down there because she's got gators.
Mm.
I got bagoogers too.
You got a moat bed around your house?
I've got mom's home address and Dago's home address, but I ain't going to Ohio where all the crackheads are, and I ain't going to where all the gators are either. So
Just make a road trip and you go to Florida, the crackhead gators. There we go.
No crackhead gators. No crackhead gators.
I got your address, Mom. I got Arctic's address, I think. Yeah, I do have it.
Molly made me a new bagooger. Oh, there it is.
Hey, Phil.
Is Phil in here? Oh,
Right-
good.
right
I was
there.
worried about you. I just asked where the hell you were at. All right, entire screen. Well, that didn't freaking work. Where'd my bagooger go? Did I not open my bagooger? What the
Your
hell?
and Wisdom's link worked. So
Now, do we have to be invited in there every time now, or is it just you click in and
No.
out of it? Okay.
you should be able to try
No,
clicking
you
in.
should
Try
just pop back
yeah.
up.
You should be
All right, hold
fine,
on.
Dago.
Let me go to general and see what happens and then go back.
Where's
Hello.
my bagooger?
And back down and bam, there we are. Yep, it worked. Thank you, ladies.
Look at this. Molly made me a new bagooger, y'all.
What in the hell?
I love my little bagooger.
That's
Oh, that's a pretty bagooger.
it looks like half cat, half owl. It is cute.
Phil, thank you so Phil, I was wondering where the hell you were at earlier. I asked
It's
about
like-
you.
Okay, so Arctic, Dago, and Doodlebug are in now. Is Mecky in there? Well, Mecky can get in there regardless because she's an admin.
She's been in there. I
Yeah,
see her up at the top.
Because when we first opened the Discord to YouTube, Minnie knows I'm not good with none of this stuff. Like, I literally, if it wasn't for Minnie, I probably wouldn't have this channel because he's the one that helped set up my StreamYard, my OBS, taught me how to use all of it. Like, he was staying with me in Daytona, and I was using 3 cell phones to edit, upload. Like, it was craziness. It was freaking straight chaos. And he, I have a second Discord that Tater made that's just my Discord. Like, nobody
Your
has
business
access
one.
to it because I put, like, it's chaos in there. Like, you guys wouldn't even know where to freaking navigate. But it's where, like, I grab stuff that I don't want to lose, like a shitstorm case. We'll just say there's a shitstorm case and I've got a bunch of screenshots. And I take those screenshots and I put them over there. That way, if they need to be referred back to, like if something gets brought up, I can be like, oh, hey, you know, I've got a screenshot of that. And then I'll go grab it and put it in the general Discord, you know. So it's stuff like that that may not pertain to anything. It may not be anything important.
Are we all supposed to be the same color, Mom?
Yeah, you should all be green.
Okay, so then you should probably change Miss Kimber's color to yellow like yours if she's an admin. That way it's known.
You're all. I did the same thing with all of y'all that he did to her.
Oh, okay then. Okay. I just noticed to the right, your color was yellow, and I thought that was the admin color. So
Molly, were you here? Did you see I showed your new bagooger? My bagooger that Molly made me?
how are you this evening, Phil?
Perfect.
Uh-huh. Doodling the barista. Doodle and Thistle are at it again.
They have a love-hate relationship.
It's a new pirate relationship.
You missed it? Well, I'll pull it back up because I'm proud of Molly. Makes me the cutest little bagoogers. And I love showing off my bagoogers. At the end of a stream one night, we just went through and we showed all the bagoogers that Molly had made me.
I think she made Kimber. Didn't she make your Kimberfoot thing?
Molly made me one, and Doodle made me one.
Okay.
Doodle made me more than one. Doodle made a whole Kimberfoot video.
Mm-hmm. I remember that. The walking one, that was cute.
Doodle made one with Glitterfoot, Kimberfoot poop, and Kimberfoot wine, and
all the Kimberfoot stuff.
And a Kimberfoot. No, that's a kitty cat.
That looks like no, this one here. It looks like an owl cat.
No, it. It looks like a kitty cat to me. Tie-dyed kitty cat.
Tie-dyed. That's cute. It looks like a mix to me with the face.
I love
but
it.
hey,
it is cute, Molly. I love my bagoogers. Arcticson. It's a fluffy bagooger. It's a fluffy bagooger. It's the cutest bagooger. It's the cutest bagooger. And then
them eyes.
I'm gonna pull up a picture of somebody. I'll try to skip through it because I don't know whose picture it is. Doodle made me this. And I have keychain and a mouse pad.
Oh yeah, she's good with that stuff. Especially like in print shop stuff. Doodle does really, really cool stuff in there.
And it's the background on my phone. And then she made me this.
Miss Sherry made some stuff too.
Awesome, Wisdom. I see you in there, honey.
Mm-hmm.
Yay! Can I get that bagooger dog? Can I pet that dog?
I love it. It says mom
Bill
on
says,
the hat.
fire was determined undetermined. Insurance adjuster was instructed to consider a total loss. Payout pending. Told him, fine, take your time. College tuition is on the line. Oh, Phil, I'm so sorry, honey. That's fucking frustrating.
We're all sending you prayers, Phil. That sucks for anyone. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I am grateful though that the tenant turned out to be in such good shape considering. That was good to hear. Very good news.
Yeah. This one. There's the Kimberfoot.
That one's cute. Mushrooms on the head.
I don't know why these are pulling.
I'm not going to touch that.
Those are not penises. Stop it.
I said it. As soon as I said it, I was like, God damn it. Why did I say that?
Those are mushrooms.
Jesus.
And I have to share this up in a different way because I don't know what. Some of them are pulling up as Chrome tabs. Ow, girly. Dude, have you not done
there it is.
Quite enough tonight, madam? It's
I'm not Peckerhead.
That's the one I've seen. That's cute.
Yeah, it's Avie and Kimberfoot.
Yeah, that's Avie and Kimberfoot.
And there's the Kimber wine, the glitter wine.
The Kimber wine. I remember that. I have that over here too.
And there's the little Kimberfoot poopies. If you're hunting for a Kimberfoot in the woods.
The glitter poop.
That's how you
She
hunt
didn't
down
come out of her tutu.
the pink poopies.
She come out of her tutu.
Yes, I do take my tutu off and run around the woods.
Beware of the Kimberfoot. What the hell? What was your name, Molly? Molly Squat or no? Yeah, we're not gonna go the other way. It was something else.
Ass Squatch. The rest of that was going to be documents and stuff. Nobody wants to look at documents. That's way too heavy.
Oh wow, Phil.
Oh, this one. This is one of my favorites. a guy that I used to work with many years ago made me a coffee cup with us on it. Because he said I was the honey badger. I'd have to
Not
dig
the
out
honey
the coffee
badger.
cup.
The honey badger?
It's my emotional animal, my anxiety companion, honey badger.
Jesus, can you imagine that?
That's some other funny stuff in here.
Molly
Some of
Yeti.
them
That
are
was
not
it.
appropriate.
Thank you. Yes, the Molly Yeti.
These are from CrimeCon. I guess I can show you these. These aren't bad. I can show you guys these.
Oh yeah, I
These
see
are from
it.
when we went to Crime.
Thank you, dear.
So there's Nancy Grace's her booth. Crime Online, Busted, and that's the Monsters t-shirt. It says "See something, say something" on it.
That shows your height,
Of course,
Mom.
my shit. Yeah. That thing was wrong, though. See how far it is up off the floor?
Yeah, you should. I was gonna say it needs to be dropped a little because you're taller than that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. If it was the right height, but it's not. It was like on this little stand doohickey thing.
Yeah, it has to be on the ground.
That's me and Bethany. And then this was Voices for the Voiceless. That was their booth and Bethany's booth.
Well, that's
These
nice.
guys are crime scene cleanup. These guys, they do crime scene cleanup around Orlando. And they were like, "Oh my God, we've been here for 3 days and nobody wanted to take a picture with us." I was like, "I'd be honored to take a picture with you guys." So
yeah, those
I took
guys do
picture
a
with
lot.
them.
Do you guys have that company? I can't think of the name, but they drive all green vehicles, and that's what they do is crime scene cleanup. I can't think of the damn name of the company.
Servpro?
Yeah, thank you, Kimber. Servpro.
These
what we
are
have
these
here.
people, those two guys, and then these two ladies. They work for BioClean, and they had Vladik's poster over here. I was really proud of that. It really made me happy, and a stack of flyers. But these two ladies here do crime scene cleanup too. This is one of my favorite channels. She's had some pretty serious health stuff going on. You guys want to hear a funny story? So I was talking to her, and like she recognized me once I told her who I was. I was like, "I'm Mind a Monster." She was like, "Oh my God, come give me a hug. We'll take a picture together." Because I'm in her chats, and JLR came over there, and she was completely ignoring him. It was freaking hilarious. This is Gabby Petito's brother. Yeah, it was funny as shit. Like he was getting seriously butt hurt.
I'd have paid money to
This
see
is
that.
Gabby's brother, and this is Craig when he was still in his chair. And then Court TV was behind us there. You guys can see them with their little boothy.
Was Vinny there?
Yeah, Vinny was there. I loved this dress. I would rock that on a Saturday night.
That's a real dress.
And then this was Brian Enton and oh God, Kimber, what was her name? Oh, she must have fell out the window.
It starts with an A, doesn't it?
She's a survivor from a serial killer. Yep.
Oh, I thought you were talking
These
about
are
the other
advocates.
Where was this at, Mom?
Orlando.
Okay.
And then that's Brian Enton. And I like squatted down because I towered over him. So I didn't want to look like, you know what I mean? Because he's a little short thing.
Brian, yeah, he's a little dude.
And then that was the thumbnail for CrimeCon.
So where'd they hold it at in Orlando?
Some big ass hotel, a Hilton or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, that's where they have Joe Fest. It again, nobody knows what I'm talking about. It's a G.I. Joe toy thing, convent, and they have it at the Hilton in Orlando. Same place. They must have a big
it was
like
a huge hotel. Like
yeah.
Huge hotel. And you know what was super crazy is we were all crime fanatics that were there, and there was not hardly any security. Like they were just like locals that were security. And like we walked in through the back side of the hotel and walked like a half a mile before we made it to the event the event area. And like, I mean, we were just wandering around this huge ass hotel, completely lost. He's in a wheelchair. I feel so bad about this. He wouldn't put his feet thing on his wheelchair.
Right.
So his feet got caught up underneath the wheelchair. Oh my God, it was so bad. He's yelling in the fucking hallway, and I'm like, oh my God, people are gonna think I'm fucking killing you. Kimber, what was that girl's name that we were talking that survived the serial killer down here in Florida? I can't even think of his name.
Did Kimber go to?
She's up here.
No, Ted, the one that survived Ted Bundy.
Yes.
Oh, hold on. I'll tell you her name in a minute. Give me a second.
But that was her in that picture. She's wrote books and all kinds of stuff.
Hold on. Give me a second.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I see Doodle's wrapped up with Thistle already.
Oh Lord, her and Thistle. She's playing with the we've lost Doodle.
I went in there one day at the same time she did, and we both got wrapped up with it at the same time. It was hilarious. It just kept going and going and going.
Oh, it's great because you know
her name's
not only
Kathy Rubin, I think is her name.
She was phenomenal. Like that was a live podcast that they did, and she was so sweet. And she's so tiny. She's a little tiny woman. And I didn't like take pictures with everybody because I was more like just meet and greet, and you know what I mean, talking to people. Bob Mata helped me get Craig in the elevator because I couldn't hold the elevator door and push his wheelchair in. So Bob Mata helped me get him in the elevator. I met a lot of people. I met Cheryl there. I met
Nancy was there, right?
Nancy was there. Yep, she was there, but she had the twins, so they left early that day.
Oh, imagine that. I have her twins with her.
I was just gonna say that, Arctic.
Arctic is correct. It is Kathy. That was Kathy Kleiner Rubin.
I can never think of her name. That's so awful. That's so terrible. But I have so many cases and missing people and names in my head that it all gets jumbled up sometimes. That's why you guys, if I'm up here and I'm going, come on, chat, you guys know it's because it's gone. It's gone out the window. And then of course I met Joseph Scott Morgan, and I got my Jerry beads with my Joseph Scott Morgan thing on it. And God, I met so many people that day. I met Moms for Murder podcast. I met the guy that does Bigfoot. I actually have one of his bracelets on. It's hide and seek. I met them. I met Southern Fried True Crime. I met the Mistering, and theirs is like Scooby-Doo themed. Their podcast is. I met
cool.
This is Monsters. He was super cool. Like when I walked up to him and he was like, "Are you a podcaster?" And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "But him in a wheelchair and stuff." We decided not to get the booth. I actually was getting a booth, had it all lined up, and he had his wreck, so we didn't end up going through with it. And I met him, and he was like, "What's your podcast name?" And I was like, "Mind the Monsters." And he was like, "Monsters Unite." He was super cool. He's a big dude. It was really cool though. I met a lot of people and got to like walk around, and I did like the evidence lockers, and I got like a hip bag out of the evidence lockers that had a bunch of really cool stuff in it. And they loaded us down with tote bags. Like I had like 5 CrimeCon tote bags, and he got a pair of sunglasses from Nancy Grace that they're his prized possession. And they're those cheesy like plastic dollar store sunglasses, but apparently they're the most comfortable sunglasses he's ever had. So he loves those. And then this year, if you guys are in Denver, Colorado area, that's where CrimeCon is this year. I will not be going to CrimeCon because I cannot financially swing that this year. She needs a screen and bars, Peggy, on her window.
Yeah, if I had the money, I would definitely go this year because I know Kendall Ray and her husband Josh will definitely be there if it's being held in Colorado. So,
yep,
is that
it's
the only
in Denver.
crime convention? Sorry,
go ahead. So I have a lag, Dago. It's because of the swamp signal.
I'm sorry. Is that the only crime convention that they have that you guys know of?
They also have AdvocateCon.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you say, Arctic? Have what?
They have AdvocateCon.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's in Indiana this year.
Oh, that's
I
close.
think. think it's Indiana. I'll have to check with Bethany, but I know Bethany has a booth at Advocacy Con this year. And I think Lighting the Way is going to be there. And I'm not sure who else. They were talking about it on TikTok one night when she was live, like we did the live for her last night. We streamed it over here. But she goes to a lot of them. Like we have a lot of them here in Florida, like local search groups and advocacy groups and stuff, and they're all over the place. Sometimes they'll be in Tallahassee or Jacksonville or here in Orlando. And like that's another reason why I like Twitter, is because they'll post on Twitter, and then if it wasn't for the fact that you see them on Twitter, you wouldn't know that there's, you know, an advocacy thing going on that week. Like, you know, you don't realize that they're happening because they don't promote them like CrimeCon does. So there's a lot of different events that happen, and like for victims and advocacy and missing, and they're all the time they come up in my feed. And then there's a lot that do virtual ones, like Lighting the Way. They are huge advocates for Oakley, Carlson, and they do a lot of virtual like advocacy groups, and you can go in there and it's like a Zoom meeting. You just register, you know, you don't have to put your government name in there. Like I put mine, which they all know who I am, so they know my name's Christy and whatnot, but I put Mind of Monsters in there, you know, and they know who I am, and I pre-register and go into those. They're really interesting, and there's always a lot of good information. I've never walked away from one of them and not learned something, not picked up something that I've carried on with me.
Yeah,
so
they're
great. They're a great way for the community to get together.
Wasn't this past year in Georgia?
No, it was in Nashville this last year.
Or Nashville, Tennessee. That's right. Yes. Sorry.
Yep.
Sorry.
And we were gonna go, but he was still like full swing recovery, and he just had so many physical therapy appointments, and you know, fighting to get his disability and stuff. If he missed one of those physical therapy appointments, it would have been hell on wheels to try to explain the disability. Well, we took the week. We went to Nashville.
Right.
You know?
Right.
They had it at Gaylord. They had it at Gaylord Opryland this year.
Where's that at, Kimber? Like, what is that?
That's on Brawley Parkway. That's one of the biggest hotels in Nashville.
Okay.
And it is, and I'm sure the booths were like outrageous. I know the rooms were if they stayed at Gaylord.
A booth in Nashville was $1,500. A booth here in Orlando was $400.
Good God.
Yeah, Gaylord ain't cheap. You ain't getting nothing at Gaylord cheap.
The rooms are probably stupid expensive then too, obviously.
Oh yeah, the rooms, just a standard room at Gaylord. I used to work at Gaylord in their engineering department. The rooms, just a standard room, will cost you $300, $400, $500 a night.
Yummy. Good Lord.
And their rooms are booked. Their rooms are booked there years in advance because it is a convention. It's a convention center.
They're probably gorgeous rooms too, though.
Well, the standard rooms are standard rooms. I'm just going to tell you, they're standard rooms. They're nothing to truly write home about. I mean, a lot of them overlook the conservatory or the Delta, or if you get a room overlooking one of those areas, the inside areas in the hotel, it's great, but who wants to pay $300, $400, $500 a night for a hotel?
Yeah.
So that's why most of them are, you know, and parking. Nobody goes out there just to walk around the hotel because parking is like $20, $30 out there. So screw that.
Zoink, Scoob. That's crazy. I wonder if they ever have, or if they will ever have any of those conventions up north here anywhere.
They're all over the place. They even do them in the UK.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, when they left Orlando, there was a couple of people. I know Joe was going, and then there was a couple other podcasters that were going over to the UK ones.
Cool. That's very cool, actually. Well, if they ever decide to hit Cleveland or even Columbus for that matter, I'd probably hit one for sure.
And the way they do it.
I'd like to go to one in Ireland sometime and meet Mike from that chapter, but that would require me getting on a plane, and that ain't going to happen. So
that's why I won't go.
I'm
not going to drive clear down for that. But if it's close to home here, I'd definitely drive there. I won't fly.
So this is Gaylord. so you can see how fancy
Good God.
schmancy.
That's a hotel?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's Gaylord
a
Opry.
hotel. Yeah. And they are doing another expansion. They're adding on again, Mom.
Good.
Oh my God. Like they need to add on. Where the fuck are they going to put it, in the river?
That's insane.
I don't know.
That looks like an apartment. Oh, wow. Look at that. That was beautiful. Yeah, you
That's
go
like
through
they have the conservatory. They have the conservatory. They have the Cascades, which they have rooms overlooking the conservatory. They have rooms overlooking the Cascades. They have rooms overlooking the Delta. They have like
that's insane.
I can't tell you how many meeting rooms they have. Where is that at? That's yeah, a room like that right there. That's overlooking. See those rooms right there? They all overlook. Those rooms right there will cost you. The upper rooms are suites. They have a room. They have a room up there. Those rooms overlooking just the standard rooms. A room like that will cost you probably $400 or $500 a night.
That's
They have a room there called the Presidential Suite. It's massive. We snuck up there one night. It was empty, and I mean, it's got the Presidential Suite has a full kitchen in it. It's massive, and that room goes for like $2,000-$3,000 a night.
Whew.
That first room you showed, that bed was like a oversized California king size bed. You put 8 people in that bed. Look at that one there. Look at that. That is insane. That is such a nice room.
Yeah, but it's a nice
for
price.
$500 a night or more. You better damn well be.
Yeah,
I better
right.
get a damn massage too.
But it's not worth the hype. But I mean, you know, they have some nice. They have nice restaurants out there. They've got a nice, and I mean it. You know, they totally decorate the inside of the hotel. They start decorating for Christmas in July. They literally start decorating for Christmas in July because they decorate all those areas. They now have an indoor slide area. They did add on an indoor slide area. And all that stuff. They do have a but they do start decorating in July. They decorate the cask inside of the hotel. They decorate the outside of the hotel. They have a big tree lighting. They have one of the country stars come over and flip the switch. Used to be Porter Wagner, but Porter Wagner is dead now, so he can't do that anymore.
He used to have coffee in Hermitage at McDonald's every morning. He would wear those loud ass outfits in, just like that he would sing in.
That's all he had was loud ass outfits.
He was such a sweetheart. He really, really was.
And then, God, what was his name? He lived in the park. I gotta think of his name. Oh, what was his name? He lived in the park. I can see his face. One of the country stars.
Older or newer?
He was older. I gotta think of his name. Hold on, I can
Hank?
tell you. Huh?
Hank?
No.
Wayland? Oh, okay.
No. Hold on.
George Jones.
No, George Jones didn't.
George Strait.
No. Hold on. This guy lived in the. Hold on.
Okay, I'll be quiet. Hey, Walt.
Oh, I did see this.
Swear to God, everything down south is so much nicer. Everything.
It depends on what part of the South, because you come to Arkansas, unless you're up in Northwest Arkansas, you're going to be deeply disappointed.
Well, everything is better than being in Ohio. That's fact. I'm sorry. We got nice stuff, but nothing like, I ain't never seen nothing like that. Well, the Gallery Mall, I think that's in Birmingham, but that's still down south. That, I've never seen anything like that mall before. It's like 3 or 4 stories. Sonny James. Who's that? Let's.
Holy shit.
That's Detroit? Good God.
And apparently it froze. It flooded and then froze. Leslie. Look at that shit. Holy shit. Where's
Wow.
in here? Hi, Walt. Good
Are you
Lord.
Are you guys planning on rebuilding, Phil, or are you just gonna leave it be?
Roy A. Cup lived in Opryland theme park.
Oh,
A cup?
Yep, Roy A. Cup. He had a house in Opryland theme park.
Okay,
I
I've
didn't
never
know
heard.
that. I've been to
Yep.
Opryland hundreds of times when I was a kid.
Yeah. He had the only reason I know that is because, well, I worked in like I said, I worked in their engineering department for years, and we used to have, he would call and his TV would be out, so we would have to send somebody over there to fix his TV.
A cup.
Oh, wow.
Yep. He lives in Opryland theme park for years. He had a house over there.
I don't know why. Who like anything I could think of?
he
That,
is very, very old school.
And I can tell you, Evel Knievel was the biggest asshole in the world.
oh wow.
Yep.
Senior or junior?
Senior.
Okay.
His TV one night he was staying at the Opryland Hotel, and his TV was out. And I was like, okay, we'll get somebody over there. So I told him a dispatch to call up there. Told him who he was. Told him, well, I didn't tell him who he was because you couldn't say who they were,
Mm-hmm.
And so then he called back and he goes, "Do you know who I am?" Yeah.
Well, yeah,
hate
you know what? There's a lot of comics that are like that too.
Mhm.
They've come through my club, and some are the nicest people in the world, but I've had a couple of them. Let me tell you, Drew Carey was one of the biggest assholes I've ever had the pleasure of meeting in my life.
I've heard
And Michael Winslow, the dude from Police Academy that makes all the noises, he was super, super horrible to the staff and everything. And the other one was Jimmy JJ Walker, that was super, super horrible to everyone.
Wow.
Oh,
See, I always thought Michael Winslow would be like really down to earth, but see, you
But
learn.
I was like, well, I can tell you, one of the nicest country stars in country music is Dolly Parton.
Oh yeah.
One of the biggest bitches in country music, from what I hear, is Reba McEntire.
My
Reba
mother.
is a
That
bit.
surprises me. I mean, I love me some Reba. Of course, I love me some Dolly too. But
My
I love
mother-in-law
Reba,
met her.
but she's a bitch. Reba is an absolute bitch.
My mother-in-law met her down in somewhere in Alabama, I can't remember, and said she completely disregarded her, like stepped away from her, because my mother-in-law was excited. She was a huge fan, and like, oh my God, it's Reba. It's so wonderful to me. And she backed up and said, "Can you please step away from me?" So and so. I was like, what? And I thought she would be like one of the sweetest people there is. And nope, she said she was completely ignorant
She's
to
a
everybody
fucking
around
bitch.
her.
She's a bitch. Let me tell you what. She owns a horse farm up on the outskirts of my hometown, and I was like fucking 10 years old. And I mean, I grew up listening to Reba, like my grandmother, my mom, like
Mhm.
Reba was like the shit in my house. And
Yep.
we had went up there because my mom's friend owned the property next door, and we were shooting guns. I mean, there ain't no pretty way around it. We were shooting guns and just drink. The adults were drinking. We were playing. We were just having a good time. And she had horses. Well, I'm obsessed with horses. Like Bigfoot and horses are my thing. Always have been ever since I was a little bitty. And I walked over there and I was like gonna pet the horse, and all of a sudden this raging fucking little woman comes running out at me. "Don't touch my horses. Don't feed my horses." I was like, what
See?
the hell? And the guy that owned the property come over there and he was like, "Honey," he was like, Reba's, she's kind of she's friendly, but she doesn't like people messing with her horses." And it just scarred me from that day on. I was like, well, you're a fucking bitch.
I'll say Reba also owned a mansion in Gallatin, and it was on 109. Well, there's a place called Cherokee Steakhouse, and you had to cut through Reba's property. There's a road you had to cut through Reba's property between her horse barn and her mansion. The road went through there to get to the steakhouse. And when I say Reba had a horse barn, that was nicer than most houses. Her horse barn was air conditioned, heated. Yes, the horse barn was huge and it was nicer than most houses.
Yeah, I've heard of things like that. A lot of them people. I've met 2 country singers my whole life. Toby Keith, which was absolutely amazing, and it really like broke my heart when he passed away because he's probably the most down to earth person I've ever met in my life. And oh Lord, what was that guy's name?
What's he sing?
I can't. That's what I'm trying to think of right now. He's
Whiskey for My Men and Beer for My Horses with Willie Nelson. He sang American Soldier.
Beer for My Horses. That was Toby Keith.
That's Toby Keith. I know what he sings.
Yeah. No, I was thinking the other guy. I can't think of his name. He's a newer well, I met actually a group too. My wife did. I was with her, but Sugarland, I met them. And no, Walt, it wasn't John Cicada. No, it wasn't John Cicada. No, he was not newer. Good God, you guys, I'm losing my Willie. Charlie Daniels. Jesus, there we go.
Yeah, he ain't newer.
No, not newer. And Kenny Rogers too. Kenny Rogers played here. Kenny Rogers was probably the nicest, and I mean nicest person I've ever met in my entire life.
Oh yeah, Kenny was always real down to earth from everything I've ever heard about him. So
he came to, it's called the Packard Music Hall, where in the city we grew up in, Warren, and my wife and I worked there, and when we worked there, it was like a volunteer thing. They took volunteers to help. We got to meet the people and the shows that what they would have. And Kenny, like after the show, bought everybody a bunch of drinks and this and that. Was the funniest. He should have done comedy. He was probably one of the funniest people I've ever seen in my life. Absolutely hilarious. Very nice though. Very, very nice. You'd think you were hanging out with your best friend when you hung out with him.
Well, Dolly was always so sweet because Dolly came from very humble beginnings. Dolly grew up dirt poor in the mountains of Tennessee. So she always came from very humble beginnings.
Yeah, that's good when they don't forget that. You know what I'm saying? Like Loretta Lynn, another one I would imagine is, I've never met her, but I can imagine she's probably the same. That's cute.
Loretta Lynn's gone. She passed
away.
Well, I meant would be the same. Sorry.
And
I've been to what is it, Hurricane Mills? Say that she never left.
Oh, you mean like it's haunted?
Look at these.
I've seen that.
Yeah, like when you tour the property.
Yeah, brutally. That's one of my favorite songs too. With The Devil Went Down to Georgia, because the way he fires up that fiddle, oh my God!
Watching that man play, even at his, we saw them play 3 years ago.
Well,
he still plays like wildfire.
her and Dooley lived in Hurricane Mills for years. They lived there a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Dude.
It's
Wisdom,
beautiful. It's beautiful. Oh man.
And I'll tell you another country star. She kind of dropped out of it and dropped away and all that because after she had her car wreck and everything, and that was Barbara Mandrell. She was kind of a snoot.
Wow. I forgot about her. And what's her sister's name? The 2 sisters.
Arlene and another one.
Mm-hmm. I remember them.
But she kind of dropped out of it. They had the Fontenelle Mansion and they moved, and now the Fontenelle still stands and they still have a lot of stuff out there. But
Johnny
girl,
Cat.
if I'd have met Mr. Bear, if I'd have met George Strait,
that's who my wait, was George Strait younger or older than George Jones?
He's younger.
A lot younger.
George Jones was.
My mother-in-law and her husband, he passed away, went into a restaurant. I'm going to have to ask her to clarify for you guys, but it was either George Strait or George Jones. They were in a restaurant eating. My mother-in-law and her husband went in, and they walked past, and she looked over and said hi, and he stopped. He asked whoever it was, I'll have to clarify it, asked her and her husband to join them for dinner after having a short conversation. It said they were the nicest people, him and his wife, that they've ever met in their life. And this was in Alabama, of course, where they lived at. I can't remember if it was George Jones or George Strait, though.
George Strait lives in Texas.
So then maybe it was George Jones.
Oh no, show George. George
I
Jones
don't
lived in
know.
Nashville.
This was in Alabama. I think it was. She said it was in Alabama.
George Jones is buried in Nashville.
Yeah, yeah. He lived on it wasn't Hermitage. It's on the outskirts. Well, I guess it is Hermitage, Mount Juliet. He lived on the outskirts out there, didn't
Oh
he?
my God, y'all! It's snowing again.
Is it?
I can't believe you guys are getting as much snow, especially Texas, as you guys have been getting. It's crazy.
Opossum. Those are my bagoogers. Molly makes me. Molly makes me bagoogers. Went back
George
to
Jones has
20 years.
George Jones has a huge thing at the cemetery where he's buried, and it's got this huge thing, and it's got "He stopped loving her today," and it's all fancy.
Oh,
I'm trying to remember the song. Maybe you guys can help me. That's how I remember who these guys are. Is by that one at least. I never was huge into country till I got married to Brandy, but that one, it's like a love letter. Chase me around the bedroom, blah blah blah. I can't think of the damn words.
Are you talking about Check Yes or No?
That's it. Thank you.
That's
Thank
George
you.
Strait.
Okay.
he's a cutie.
That's one of my favorite. I love that song.
He's more than a cutie. He's one of the hottest men in country music.
Let me tell you what, you put him in a pair of Wranglers, I'd chase him anywhere he wanted me to.
Yes,
I got
ma'am.
my inhaler in my back pocket.
I'd take Clint Black over him.
Oh Lord, now you're talking my language.
That's one of my wife's favorites. Walt, Brad Paisley, and
hell yeah, Brad Paisley too.
Kenny Chesney. I think that's another one she likes.
Trace Atkins, all them tall drinks of water.
I saw him at Packard Music Hall too. You want to talk about tall? That dude is tall as hell. Yeah, I looked like a little kid standing next to him.
I won tickets to Trace Atkins and oh fuck, I can't remember his name. Waylon was there. Waylon Jennings was there. Trace Atkins was there. Toby Keith was there, but Toby was really, really sick. He only came out on stage for like 20 minutes, and
that was
ended
so
up
hard to see.
Going back to his trailer. But he videoed us like on the big screen from his trailer. It was crazy. Like I got an email that said you've been selected to put in. I had to write like an essay about how I enjoyed management in a hotel, and I ended up winning. And Dan Newland is the one that did it here in town, and I had stage side tickets that I'd won. And we get there, and the security guard, she's like, you know, do you have your tickets with you? And I said, yeah, and I had my tickets in my back pocket. And she was like, well, you only have 2 of them, but we had Tater and the baby with us. And she was like, you have 4 people with you. And I was like, I'm aware I have 4 people with me. And she was like, well, I can't let you in with just 2 tickets. And I said, you can't? I said, you familiar with Dan Newland? And she goes, yeah. I said, got a cell phone, or do you want me to use mine? You can call Jennifer, which is his secretary, and I have permission to bring both of my children in tonight. And I called Jennifer on my phone, and she said, let her in, please. I was like, yeah, bitch, VIP, get the fuck out my way. And we went in there, and I taught the baby how to line dance. It was really cool. And then like a month later was when I saw on Twitter that he had passed away, and I was like, oh my God.
That was rough to watch him like go from. You're talking about Toby still?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was rough to watch him go from what he was to not. I mean, it was just so sad to me. It was just unbelievable. I love Toby Keith. Absolutely love him.
Yeah, and like Trace Atkins came out with like this badass American flag duster on, and he did the damn thing, and like the kids they had so much fun, and then they all, because we were VIP, they all got shirts and stuff. And when he passed away, I told the baby, I said, because she was sleeping in it, I said, you should probably put that up and keep it, because not only do you have that shirt, but you have the story behind it. So.
Yeah, Trace is great. His voice is phenomenal too.
I love that man. Oh, he's such a tall drink
He
of
put-
nice thick water.
Very
Mm.
tall and puts on a great show. Very good show.
Mm-hmm. It was amazing. Keith Urban, that's another good one. He's
Yeah, my
nice.
wife likes him too. I'll tell you one that I used to love and I absolutely have zero respect for now, and I mean zero. I was a huge, huge Garth Brooks fan way back in the day, and I cannot stand
The
him.
roads are covered again.
Do what?
I was talking to my son.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, I loved Garth Brooks. I can't stand him anymore. At all.
Oh, Lord Walt.
Sawyer
There
Brown.
you go. Phil's singing it for you. Phil, so we missed you, Phil. We've been here all night long, and I was wondering where you's at. Carrie Underwood, she's
That's
another
the
good
song.
one.
What's out there?
What's that other guy? I like him a lot too. He's on that TV show. Married to Gwen Stefani. Blake Shelton. Yeah, I like him too. He seems like a pretty decent dude.
T. Graham Brown was another one. I don't know that one, Walt.
I don't know. There's more time.
What's the guy that used to sing? They used to have. He was on with Minnie Pearl and all them. I loved him.
Roy Clark.
Yes, I loved him when I was a kid. Roy Clark.
He was actually building a house here in Fort Smith. It was almost completed when he passed away because he was going to come up here to live out the rest of his life, and he never got to move into the house.
Well, that's bad.
Oh, wow.
I used to watch that show with my grandmother every day. Every time it was on, I loved it. It's a good show.
Oh, Leslie Blake Shelton looks like her ex.
Wow, he's a good looking dude.
My son looks like my ex. Does that count? People say he looks like me, but I see a lot of his dad in him. Martina McBride. That's another good one, Paula.
She's very, very good.
I met Grandpa Jones.
Right, what's Tim McGraw and his wife?
From Hee Haw?
Faith Hill. She's amazing.
I did meet Grandpa Jones from Hee Haw. Awesome man.
The lady, not Minnie Pearl. The other lady. Oh fuck! What was her name? She had the tooth.
The bouffant hairdo.
Yes, that's why I was showing y'all earlier. See, Dago knows what a bouffant is. It's a bouffant,
I
right?
can't think of her name either.
Show me her.
I used to watch that show all the time. What the hell was her name?
I met her. She lived when we lived in Hermitage. She lived across the street from the Dollar Tree that I ran, and
what the hell?
She was a sweetheart.
She was funny.
Sylvester, stop knocking everything off the table.
You guys have heard of Sugarland, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they were really good and they were very nice. My wife loved them and we got to meet them. Rascal Flatts.
The hell's she at?
We saw Rascal Flatts once and you know what? I wasn't that impressed, to be honest with you, Paula.
Rascal Flatts can sing flat out.
Well,
yeah, Rascal Flatts is one of my favorite bands of all time.
I like them. Yeah, I like them. Like their albums were great. We have all of them. My wife loves them, but live it just wasn't that good.
I'll tell you what, if you like Rascal Flatts, if you've never listened to Hunter Hayes, go listen to some of his music because he's got the same sound as Rascal Flatts does.
He's awesome. Hunter Hayes is wonderful.
My mother loved the Dixie Chicks.
Let me see who you're talking about, Mom.
I'm looking for a picture of her. I typed in Hee Haw and I've got the whole freaking every damn picture you could ever want except one of her.
When I was like 8 years old, I met the Oak Ridge Boys. They used to come out here.
Loved them.
Yeah, those were.
And you want to see some mean picking? Go on YouTube and watch some of the picking competitions between Roy Clark and Glenn Campbell.
Oh my God, Roy Clark could tear it up, dude. Tear it up. Linda Ronstadt. I haven't heard that in a long time, CZ.
Let me try to put in
Scotty McCreery. Yeah, I like Scotty McCreery.
We have a place out here. It's shut down now, but that's where a lot of these groups used to go there. Willie Nelson, everybody is called Ponderosa Park. And
now Carrie Underwood, she's from a little old town in Oklahoma. She used to come out here. We have the Old Timers Day Festival every year, and she used to come out here before she ever went on American Idol, and she'd perform at Old Timers Day. I've met her a couple of times before
She's phenomenal.
was anyone, but yeah.
She's phenomenal.
Alabama. My wife met the guys from Alabama, Leslie. She loves
Right
them
here,
still,
Ronnie
too.
Stoneman. Her.
Yeah, Walt, it's in Salem.
Ronnie
The third one.
Stoneman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
her.
I met her. She would come over to my Dollar Tree all the time, and she had one night she brought the some puppets from the show. This dog, y'all, I swear to my time. How can something so small smells? There you go. Thank you. Get the fuck off my lap, you little toxic shit
You ain't
ass.
lying, Phil. He had them little fat hands. For that dude could pick the hell out of a banjo. No lie.
Mm-hmm.
Old String Bean. I saw String Bean's name up there.
Oh God, didn't he get murdered?
Yep, him and his wife.
Yep.
Who?
Right down the road. I mean,
Who are you talking about?
String Bean.
I never heard of him.
Yep. String Bean never kept his money in the bank. String Bean kept his money on him.
That's probably why he got murdered then.
It is what? Well, it wasn't still no reason for him to get murdered, but he did keep his money on him.
Jody.
And he got murdered, him and his wife. And I think Grandpa Jones is the one that found him. Because, see, Grandpa Jones lived in Ridgetop.
Yeah, Grandpa Jones and him were like best friends, weren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I think Grandpa Jones is the one that found him. But, because he didn't live far. String Bean probably lived maybe 15 miles from me. Grandpa Jones about 10. And, but
Yeah,
they
I'm just
found
living
String
in-
Bean. They found String Bean and his wife in the yard.
Wow. Really?
Mhm. Yep.
Good Lord.
And I think in that house, I think all that money was put. He had money in his mantle, and the people that bought the house, they but the money that was in the mantle they didn't find, but the mice ate the money in the mantle because it was years later.
Yeah.
Oh,
Leslie,
wow.
My daddy had a friend like that would not put money in the bank. He didn't trust banks because he was from that era where the banks had all gone under and everything. So
I have
he
a
would
friend like
take
that now.
all the money that he had and he would stash it in coffee cans and he'd just go out and bury it out in the yard. And after he died, up until the day she died, his wife was out there still digging up coffee cans full of money out of the yard.
Jeez. Ryan Upchurch is talented musically, but as a person, I don't know. Ever since he got hooked onto the internet thing, he went crazy for a while, I think.
As long as he
Right,
stays out of
Julie.
true crime, he should be all right. But
It ain't for him at all. But musically, the dude is very talented to be able to come up with the stuff that he does. Josh Turner is talented too. What's that redheaded guy? Oh shit. He did a thing with Jelly Roll, and I can't think of he's younger too. Hey, actually he went back and forth with Upchurch. He's pretty talented too. I can't think of his damn name though.
What's that one country music singer? I can't remember his name, but I know that he kind of stopped doing music after he was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, but I can't think of his
Hold on. I can
Oh.
see his face. Give me a minute. Hold on. I know who he is. Give me a minute, Arctic.
He did the movie. The Prancer movie. Randy Travis?
No. Randy Travis had a stroke. That's why he stopped doing country music.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Paula thought it too.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He had a real debilitating stroke.
He went through some crazy
wow.
shit for a while. He got pulled over by the cops one time driving a car naked and he was all messed up.
Well, his wife was actually his probation officer, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord.
Arctic, that's Clay
Clay
Walker.
Walker. Clay Walker, yeah.
Clay Walker. I know that name, yeah.
Clay Walker has some really good music.
He had multiple sclerosis, really?
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't know
He's
that.
still living.
Wow.
Oh wow.
I feel Waylon Jennings is still one of my all-time like real deal country singers too. I was raised
Willie Whalen and the boys. Oh yeah.
with Johnny Cash and Waylon are like, as far as the old school, all three of them, yeah. Hell, I think every genre likes Johnny Cash, to believe it or not. I've seen people in every genre that like all the different genres of music that go to Johnny Cash. It's crazy.
Upchurch did a video of Jelly Roll kind of not very being nice. His country career calculated like, yeah,
He
Jelly
does
Roll's
that a lot.
awesome.
Jelly Roll's amazing.
Ryan Upchurch is kind of an asshole.
Mhm.
For everybody that jams to the intro music and the outro music, this is Eric. This is my friend that owns a recording studio in downtown Nashville. He's an amazing human being. His website's in the description now, but just to give you guys a little piece of him, this is his website, but he gets the music on my intro, my outro, and he's kind of a smart ass. But this is him, Eric.
Oh, we get along well then.
Oh, I love him to death. Love him to death. How we met is he was my assistant manager at Earthbound, and he would come to work every day with these ugly ass blue flip-flops on. And the store I had him as an assistant manager in, because I ran all 4 stores, was Cool Springs. And Kimber will tell you, Cool Springs, Franklin, like that's high end. That's a very high end part of Nashville. And he would wear these ugly, with his ugly little toes and dreadlocks. And I was like, I'm going to kill you if you don't put some fucking shoes on to come to work. And we just ended up becoming the best of friends. And then he went on America's Got Talent. And that's how his band got discovered. And then the band went national. Now they have tour buses and all the things. And he bought an old recording studio in downtown Nashville. And he has a recording studio, and he's the DJ for the Buzz in Nashville.
That's cool.
Yep.
I think that's the whole point, brutally, was that Upchurch made him look like that based on the way that was put out. Because I can't see Jelly Roll being that way.
No, Jelly Roll, isn't he from Murfreesboro, Kimber?
Mm-hmm.
I think he's from Murfreesboro.
I
And
heard him say
that's a hard area.
He came up.
I don't like his wife though. I like Jelly Roll, but I don't like his wife.
I don't either. I don't know what it is. There's just something about her that she's too arrogant for me or something. I don't know.
Jelly Roll's awesome.
Yeah, for what that man endured, came from, and came to, you got to give him credit all the way around.
He's going to Congress and testifying about how to try to keep these kids off of drugs and going down the same road that he did and everything else. So he's doing the damn thing. So, and
he sure is, and he's admitted that he sold drugs. He's been there. He's done the thing, but now he's doing the damn thing to keep these kids off of drugs. And he said, and he is exactly right. Fentanyl will be the fall of this country.
100%.
Fentanyl will be the fall of this country.
He commented on one of my Twitter posts, and you have to be careful on Twitter because you'll have a lot of like bots that'll take country singers' names. And I clicked on his profile, and it was him. Like, I don't know, it was like 4 million followers or something. And I literally took my phone, ran to Craig, and was like, look, Jelly Roll, he commented on my Twitter. I was fangirling like a motherfucker.
He's really down to earth. Like, he didn't forget where he came from. That's what I respect about him, you know?
There's a video of him where he went to Congress and he did the damn thing, and he was talking about it, and he has talked about how he sold drugs, how he did this, how he's not proud of his past, but how he's overcome his past. He has and how he talks about how he has a daughter, and her mother is, he worries about how he's afraid that one day he is going to have to tell his mother that, his daughter that, because her mother is an addict.
I understand, brutally. I wasn't saying that. I understand.
You're good, honey. That's why we have a community here. It's a safe place for everybody.
Yeah, he's so beyond talented. The dude's voice is like
and he and Jelly Roll sang with Craig Morgan, that Almost Home, on the Opry one night.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, it would. That's that he sang that with Craig Morgan. Oh, it was great.
That's the sad thing about Nashville is it used to be so all that, like all the country singers and all that. It was amazing, you know, and it's gone. Nashville's gone so downhill. It's crazy. It's sad.
It's
Well, I
dangerous.
mean-
Like the other night, Minnie was like, "Mom, I'm gonna go downtown Nashville." I was like, "Well, I'll get a missing poster together." He was like, "That's not funny." He said, "Your humor sometimes." Now I don't even want to go downtown.
In a lot of ways, in a lot of places, it has gone down. In a lot of ways, it has not, because I mean, you just have to be careful where you go. But I mean, the tourism here is fucking booming. I can tell you.
Oh yeah, all the time.
The
Chasing Aldean.
The tourism here is fucking booming, and they are building so much in Nashville. There's cranes as far as the eye can see. There's glass buildings. Nashville is up and coming. I'm telling you.
It looks like it's like the new Los Angeles, basically, is what it's become from what I've seen.
No,
Yeah,
no, it's the new Atlanta.
I thought LA was bigger than Atlanta, but
Well, I mean, downtown Oklahoma City is doing the same damn thing. I mean,
Oh, I haven't been to Oklahoma
Bricktown,
in a long time.
Bricktown, where my club's at. I mean, when we went into business there, it was like hardly anything. We had a spaghetti warehouse, and then we had like Joe's Crab Shack and shit. Now it's like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like going to New York City. It's there's so much shit down there.
mm-hmm.
And you don't go, and you don't try to go to downtown Nashville on a weekend and go through like Broadway or anything, because you'll never get out. You'll get stuck in traffic.
And don't park somewhere that you think you're safe, because they're gonna tow your shit.
It's busy as hell. I'll tell you that much. The last time that we went to Alabama, we usually take, I can't think of the route, but we drive around Nashville, like around, okay, and stay on the outskirts of it. But I screwed up and didn't get on the outside fast, and I had to drive through downtown. Hell no. I don't know how anybody does that.
The 440 loop goes around the outside.
Yeah, I just missed that. Well, you know how much traffic there is out there. So you have to move over, and they drive 120 miles an hour. So I wasn't used to it. I'm used to Ohio going 65. That's it. White knuckle driving. I got stuck on the inside and ended up having to go through downtown. And I was like, oh my God, it's insane. I mean, it's a beautiful city, but to drive through it, nope. I would never do that again. Never.
And
ever.
that is the one thing I like better about being here as opposed to living in Oklahoma City is the traffic. My God, every time I go back down there to do something at the club or something, I'm just like, oh my God, I don't ever want to move back here on a full-time basis.
Well, the problem is there are so many people moving to Nashville, and a lot of them are moving from out west. And there's nothing wrong with that, but there are so many people moving to Nashville, to Tennessee, and they're moving to Nashville. They're wanting the luxury of Nashville, but they're wanting the bedroom communities. But they're not doing. These states are not doing anything about the infrastructure. So
Overpopulation. Yeah.
It's the overpopulation, but they're not doing anything about the infrastructure. So the roadways can't handle it.
Right.
Paula, when I met Carrie, she was nice as could be, but she was only like 11 or 12 when I met her. It was long before she was on American Idol. So
I think Carrie Underwood is still really nice. I think she's probably really still down to earth. Because that's just like when she had that accident and she fell off her porch and like it messed her face up. She was really concerned and I think she's probably still really down to earth because she was really concerned about what her face was going to look like. So I don't think she's like overly, and I think her and Mike Fisher have a really good relationship, and You know, they got the two boys, and they just kind of do their own thing with all that money.
What you doing, sweet girl? You come up here? Did you come up here to napalm me again? Yes, I'm sure you did, you little turd. Never ever will she ever see another drop of peanut butter. Dude, that's why she doesn't get tuna fish. Like, I love tuna fish salad, like making it on my own, like with all the stuff I like in it, because Craig won't eat it, so I can fix it however I want. And she loves tuna fish, so I have to give her like crusties off the bread and let Bella and Buddy have little bites of tuna fish because it just fucks her stomach up. Well, apparently now I know peanut butter and jelly goober in the jar fucks her belly up too. But it feels as I think that Phil's singing to us up here. I think the song is wrong. Well, guys, we're going on 4 hours. I appreciate everybody coming up. My apologies for not dropping the link earlier. I've been trying to remember to pin it to the top. Kimber can't stay on the porch. She likes to fall off the swing. And that, you know, I like for you guys to come up and like, I appreciate everybody being here and coming in and hanging out. And I hope y'all enjoyed the Axeman of Nolans.
It's been fun. Been nice. I'm glad I finally got to make one.
Thanks for having me up.
Oh, thanks for coming up, Arctic. I'm always honored to have you guys up here.
It was an honor for me. Appreciate you.
I love having everybody come up and just chit chat and let the chat talk and get it all. I just enjoy it. Everything we do is so heavy sometimes. It's fun to just kind of sit and just woosah and just breathe for a minute.
Be real people without true crime.
Right. Without having true crime or having to be like straightforward, professional, you know, keeping in the, what do they call it? Between the mustard and the mayonnaise. You know, sometimes I want to catch up.
Just adult conversation sometimes is nice to have. I agree.
Right. It's enjoyable. And she's sleepy. Are you sheepy? Are you sheepy?
She's cute.
She's
like she's wearing a little mask. I love that.
Well, she's Dapple Dotson. She's miniature Dapple Dotson and Min Pin mixed together. It's my own breed. I call them Dapple Pins. So she's got the Min Pin mask and the super long. I'm scared to do this. Lord, stretch her out. And she's super long.
Cool.
I miss my Min Pin. I mean, my Dober. God damn it, my Dodson.
She's my baby.
Well, I hope you feel better, Kimber. I
had a little Dodson, and his name was Chevy because he was born in the back of a Chevy Nomad. And my parents fell in love with him, so I gave him to them. And one day he was riding. He loved to ride in my dad's lap whenever my dad would go around the neighborhood in his wheelchair. So my dad would take him for little rides. Well, one day he jumped out of my dad's lap and got hit by a car, and it broke my dad's heart, broke my heart, broke all our hearts. But he was the cutest little doggo.
They're adorable. They really are. I'd be lost without her. She's the baby. She's teeny tiny. And I wasn't going to keep her, but I ended up keeping her, and now I don't know what I'd do without her. You know, she's always right here. Even though y'all can't see her, she's attached to my hip at every waking moment because I think she has to touch me. And then Buddy, he's a trained seizure dog. So really the only time he's anywhere near me is if like I've got anxiety or something like that going on, or he feels a seizure coming on, he'll get up on my lap. But red flags go up and Craig starts watching me and all that kind of fun stuff because he was my mom's dog, so he's been through all the training and all that stuff. She's just spoiled. Hers mama's baby.
My little terrier is spoiled rotten. His name is JJ, and he does not leave my side for nothing. If I get up to go do something, he follows me wherever I go. If I go out, he's waiting at that door when I come home.
There's no peeing alone with the little dog. You just give that shit up. You just hold the door open long enough for them to come in there with you.
My two dogs will go sit between my wife's legs if she has to go to the bathroom and wait for her. It drives her nuts.
Yeah, she gets in my lap. She's like, "Hi, Mom. We're pottying? Okay. I'm here with you. You're safe." My sweet angel. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to shut it down and play the outro. You guys all have a good night. If you're not subbed up to these beautiful channels, make sure you sub up to everybody that's in the chat. That's our creators. And remember, guys, it takes a village to raise a child. If you see something, say something. Never give up. Kimber?
Never lose hope.
Arctic?
Be kind to one another out there.
Dago?
Don't forget to love yourselves and love each other, everybody.
And I will catch you guys on the flip side.
Have a wonderful...
Stand on this mountain, I look down and see a world I was once underneath. I stand on this mountain and I look down by mine. There's more than it once knew. Then I knew. Then I knew. Then I knew. Then I knew. Now you're here. You're here. You're now everywhere with me. If this is lost, then there's no place I'd rather be than found me see. Found me see. I climb down this mountain and I look around just to see that everyone used to be me. I climb down this mountain and I look around my mind, embracing more than the truth, than the truth, than the truth, than the truth, than the truth. Now you're here, you're here, you're there. Now everywhere with me. If this is lost, then there's no place I'd rather be. Found me see. Found me see. I once was blind, but now I see the beauty of the world before me. Now you're there. Now everywhere with me. If this is lost, then there's no place I'd rather be. Now you're here, you're there. Now everywhere with me. If this is lost, then there's no place I'd rather be than found me see.